everybody, and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon, and I'm back today with yet another episode of Warhammer, The Great Conspiracy. So let's waste no time, my friends. Let's get into it, reminding ourselves of who we are and who we're playing today. And let's start with our wonderful DM, Jim fucking Davis. Jim, how's it going, my friend?
Doing great. Freezing up here as there's no heater and no fire was allowed today. So that's nice. It's a cold autumnal day here in New England, and I can see why H.P. Lovecraft thought up all of those monstrous creatures that live in the dark between the stars, if this is what he had to deal with all the time. So, doing great. Can't wait to dive into this game, and glad to have a full squad today of players, because we missed y'all last week.
Absolutely. One day I promise to fix the alerts, but today is not that day. We have Charlie with us. Charlie, how's it going?
That's going really great. I'm so excited. It's Warhammer Wednesday. I'm so happy to have yourself and Cherry back. I was really sad yesterday because I thought I was going to get to a D&D one-shot with Cherry, and she was sick, and I felt so bad. But I'm glad that she's here today, and we're diving back into the Great Conspiracy.
Not dead yet.
Absolutely.
Not dead yet.
Not dead yet.
Press
That's
those
the
Fs
spirit.
in chat.
I got another couple of days since he left. Great stuff. Well, Cherry, how's it going? How you doing?
Good. In fact, I survived long enough to try not to go kill myself at TwitchCon, which I leave for tomorrow. Should be exciting, and a little bit of GTA before I head off. But happy to be back with my my Warhammer family. I missed you guys.
Absolutely, we missed you as well. We of course have Pruitt's back with us tonight. Pruitt, how's it going, my friend?
It's going okay. Here in Austin, Texas, we are under a boil notice because our water is gross, and so it's fun here dealing with that, living the rustic life. Our ancestors are laughing at us from beyond. Trust me, the way people are behaving here, it's pretty great. But it doesn't matter because now I get to be method when I come into the world of Warhammer. It's exciting to have everybody back. I can't wait to get to this with everyone's favorite ninth year senior, Dan Farrison. We'll see what he gets up to today. As I'm drinking from my red Solo cup, so I don't have to wash dishes with dirty water. So he's in a frat house today.
Dream.
Perfect.
Dream. Amazing. And last but not least, last and most least, Gareth. Fuck, messed it up. It's been a week. Gareth, how's it going?
It's really, I'm glad that you struggled after a week off insulting me, but it's good to see you back in the saddle. I'm fine. It's nice to be in a civilized country that has clean water and like heating we can turn on and off. I can't complain really, but hopefully you guys in the provinces will electricity's next.
Yep, soon.
Any day now for the Empire. Any day now.
I'm gonna be back.
I'm just going to sit and enjoy my heating and clean water. Cheers.
All right, that sounds good. Well, as for myself, I will be playing Jerry, the human racketeer. Jerry's been off for a week, and apparently he stole a man's lung. So I'm happy with his offline time that he spent. His downtime was just stealing people's lungs, so I'm happy with that. But before we start today's game, I'll remind you guys of a couple of things. The first of which is, of course, we're sponsored here today by fancygrounds.com. Go ahead and check them out over on their website to try out their demo version for free and play your own games at home. WellandGames.co.uk is the best place to go for board games, war games, minis, and more, up to 20% off the discount value. And last but not least, TabletopLoot.com is a place to get all of your dice needs. At the end of tonight's show, they give away another set of dice, so stick around for that. Of course, here is the tweet for you guys. We're dangerously close to 20 retweets, where you guys get to decide something which happens next in our campaign. And of course, do not forget that you can donate to the game as well to give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and worse. But I'll hand back over to Jim Davis to remind us of what happened last time on the show and to take us into today's episode of The Great Conspiracy.
All right. So, last week, the party, such as they were, found themselves racing all over the city on various errands, either for their masters or for their own nefarious purposes. With Van and Molly having a bit of a a day off together, enjoying the sights and sounds of the carnival, engaging in some wheeling and dealing, including meeting with a crooked watchman or crooked watch sergeant, and York having the time of his life following around the deputy high wizard Septimus as he met with the head of the Physicians Guild, one Dr. Aristeo Holmrighausen, before heading back and having his appointment that afternoon with the party, where he revealed a certain handwritten journal about a Varenan priestess's accounts of encounters with Skaven, and perhaps a lead on the dead Skaven that they that they had brought to him just that morning. One perfumist by the name of Egmont Birnbaum in the Merchants District sells a perfume that is suspiciously similar to the one that graced this particular Ratman. And as they were leaving their appointment with the Deputy High Wizard, the party was rocked on its feet by some sort of tremor, and the sound of screaming, of falling roof slates and tiles, and of broken glass came from their east. That was the last time that we saw Van, Molly, and York, and I am curious, I'm going to throw it to our new arrivals, what Jerry and Mel have been up to for that day. Jerry, of course, still suffering from some injuries that will take some time to heal, and presumably off to whatever it was that he was up to. So I'll let y'all bring us up to speed on Jerry and Mel.
I think Jerry quickly tried to dismiss himself from any kind of healing and go about and do his sort of racket. Drug dealing, picking up drugs, selling drugs, beating people up who haven't given him his drugs. That's probably what he's been up to for a day off. Really, it's not really a day off from him. It's work. You know, like this is a day on. You know, so he goes about doing his usual day-to-day activity of being a terrible person. He does some drugs, throws some drugs, throws a brick at someone. Yeah, it's probably just like a montage of drugs.
I mean, the throwing a brick is just how he likes to greet his kids when he comes home. Honey, I'm home, and they do the brick
Catch
dodge.
a brick. Yeah, we played Catch a Brick. It's catch it with your face.
Nice.
Yeah.
How you train the children.
More teeth for the tooth fairy, right?
Right. So Jerry does all of this while suffering from this minor torn muscle. Which what's Jerry's toughness bonus?
He has toughness of 4 now of XP.
So okay, so toughness bonus of 4, and then you said and until you can get healing for this, you can get like 1 healing roll. Speaking in terms of the mechanics, otherwise it's going to take about 26 days for this torn muscle to heal. During which time you'll be at -10 to any test involving that arm. It's just sort of a lingering minor injury that aches for a while. But if you do decide to seek healing, let me know. We'll figure out what happens.
Okay.
How about Mel then?
For Mel, I would say, learning for her doesn't slow down. She probably went to school, studied a bunch, probably patched up some people from Carnival or the little earthquake. I'm sure people got injured in that. Just trying to make a buck and keep at climbing the doctoral ladder.
Grinding that grind. So yeah, it's sometime that afternoon, right? This and drinking. None of your friends came to come get you for the 2 p.m. In fact, you don't even know what happened with that meeting you guys were supposed to have with the High Wizard. But shortly after that was supposed to happen is when this earthquake hits, and it is distinctly in the eastern portion of the city, and you can hear, those of you in the Freiburg or eastern neighborhoods can hear like the sound of roof slates falling off the roofs and broken glass and people screaming and sort of running away. And that's where we'll pick up with everybody then. Where would you be? Well, we know where York, Van, and Molly were. They were in the courtyard of the Mages Guild. But where everybody else would be when the earthquake hit and what y'all do immediately after.
I think that I would probably be coming back to the pub after having gotten my drugs from someone, so I'm on the return trip when the earthquake hit.
Back from the old quarter with your stash.
Yeah.
After Mel checks around the school, she'd probably go check on the pub.
Okay.
Make sure
It's the afternoon, right? Like it's the time for a drink.
Yeah.
Past time for a drink.
All right. Then in that case, we've got Mel and Jerry close to the pub or at it, and then like literally 2 blocks north is Van, Molly, and York. The earthquake hits. That's where we're at. How about everybody else? What do y'all do? You guys are almost knocked to your feet. Those of you that
Molly,
came
I
out of the
think,
Majors Guild.
managed to keep her feet purely through luck. And I think maybe she like jumped up onto the wall that perimeters the guild building. You know, you said there was like a fence or whatever. I think she like
it's sort of
popped
enclosed
like,
in its own wall.
gripping onto the stone for dear life.
York will immediately turn to Van, pointing right at him. What the fuck did you do?
Well, you can't just pin this on me. I was inside the whole time. I was with you.
I thought you were the mighty wizard around here, York. What did you do?
This
It
was
was
not
your
me.
kin, probably.
It's him. You're the fella that lives underground. This must have something to do with you.
I don't live on underground. I'm on the 3rd floor. I paid good money for that flat.
Or what the fuck is it? Is everyone okay? Can we see people around us? Have they been turned up?
Yeah, so outside in the streets, you see people sort of like, whoa. No one close to you is screaming or running or anything. A couple of people fell down. Carts were knocked over. But, most everybody is just steadies themselves for a moment as this tremor happens. There's 2 or 3 of them right in a row. And for about a minute, they sort of like, there's like a loud boom of some kind. You can feel something uneven, even this far away, underneath your feet, vibrating or rumbling. And then there's the sound of crashing and the like coming from further east. So immediately, no one's panicking, but everybody's felt it.
So, just checking, Septimus hasn't given me... I've got to be in the graveyard tonight, or the graveyard quarter. But I've not got an immediate task. Now.
You've already given the High Wizard her medicine, if I recall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that was more like you dropped it off with her clerk, her secretary.
Yeah, I didn't get to see.
And then you're just due after nightfall at the graveyard to assist the priests of Moor in their funerary duties.
I'll suggest maybe we should go and check it out. This can't be good.
You have a big heart, York. Yes, maybe we should. Jim, I've got some knowledge in geology.
Sure do.
Could I make a roll maybe to see if, is this a normal thing in Middenheim? Like seismic activity, things like that?
Give me a simple pass-fail.
That is going to be... No, that's 1 level of failure. So, no. Should have paid attention. I was hungover that day.
Yeah. Your instinct is like, this is weird, but you don't... Yeah, you really should have been paying attention that day.
We should get back to the pub.
Yeah, we should. Perhaps our compatriots are regrouped.
Well, I just want to check on the stock. Shock that big might have knocked some bottles down.
Yes, could have hurt my father. That too.
I'm watching you, Van.
There.
I don't trust you and your dwarven kind. I reckon this might be you. I'm watching. Another one of them. I'll take you in myself.
You're throwing a lot of shade lately between accusing us of stealing from Jerry and accusing Van of causing earthquakes.
I didn't accuse you. I was merely shocked that you might have spent the gold without his permission. I told you what he did to Wheezy Steve. You need your lungs. I don't want it to be you.
You don't know nothing about me taking anything from Jerry. You know nothing about any gold. And as long as we're clear on that, I think we'll be all right for the rest of the day.
So, absolutely, you've taken no money from Jerry or that coffer. Okay, I understand. Just
I ain't taking anything.
listen. As long as if a finger gets pointed, it doesn't get pointed at me, because I know what you fuckers are like. You know Jerry doesn't like me very much, so you always tend to point his finger towards me.
I'm going to turn to Van and I'll say, you took the money out of the coffer, want me, I didn't do nothing. And she's going to sidle down towards the pub, completely innocent of any crime that she's been accused of.
Where is
Your kind of follows rubbing his temple, know he's going to get done for this.
Real quick, walk back. There were 15 newly minted gold crowns in that coffer. What happened? Let's give a refund. Where are they, and how many are left?
The landlord has one that we gave him. He has a second one that Molly gave him to get change.
Yes.
And then we handed over, I think, 3 in total to Conrad.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, Conrad. Yeah.
Okay.
I have 5 gold crowns currently keeping my fuzzy dice bag warm.
All right.
I think you suggested
I
there
have a
was only
couple left.
5 in the coffer.
We
think
did
you said-
suggest that we're only 5 in the coffer, but
Yeah.
there were definitely 15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but I think all York knows is there's 5 in there, so...
Yeah.
Okay. There's 5 in the cup.
And Van pulls out 3 coins and he's like, see, 1 for you, 1 for Mel, and 1 for
Yeah,
Jerry.
'cause I think what happened was Van and Molly split it 7 apiece, and 1 for the landlord to keep it quiet that we split it 7 apiece.
Yeah. So as y'all are working this out, you're on the way back to the Wolf's Head. Where's it all? Okay. Yeah. Van's got some of his. And those of you who are at the Wolf's Head Inn, some bottles were rattled, but none spilled. A couple of kegs fell down, empty ones that were just stacked up in the back. But you felt the quake here, and for most of the day, the interior of the Wolf Head has been off limits to carnival goers, as Gunther has been cleaning up the blood spilt from the night before and dealing with the bodies that were left in there. Bodies of patrons that he doesn't want anyone to find out that that's where they died. So that's what he's been up to most of the day, and you would sort of come in on him just finishing mopping up a great big bucket of bloody water.
I think we helped a little bit before we went out and about with Conrad, because
Mel
also
did.
and
Molly did, yeah. And Van was there too.
I helped.
Yeah.
Sure.
he supervised from his bar stool.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
I made sure
supervisor.
it's still any.
Oh, thank fuck. No alcohol abuse.
Those of you at the inn right now, or at the tavern, Ferris does kind of come out of the back, kind of like groggily rubbing the back of his head. He slept for most of the morning and day. So I guess that's Mel, Jerry, and then here in just a minute. He's only a short walk. The rest of you guys.
Is the earthquake still going, Jim?
No, it only lasted for about a minute. There were 3 distinct vibrations, tremors, and then the sounds of collateral damage. So it was only a minute that the thing lasted.
Okay. In that case, where the fuck have you guys been?
Right, Jerry? We had that meeting with that wizard. I thought he was going to come here, but apparently we were meant to go there. So we went, and we're back. And we have a book.
Was it
Yeah.
a wizard what made the earthquake happen?
I think
Yeah.
it was probably the wizards. Yes.
No, it was not the wizards. Septimus is a good man.
It's okay, York. It's only your first day. I'm sure you'll learn about all the nefarious plots on the second. Check your syllabus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I guarantee I've been there for 1 day. How long have you been in college for?
At least half your lifetime, son.
I guarantee that I learned more in that 1 day than you put in your effort the entire fucking life. Your college education. Thank you.
What?
You realize how hard it is to stay in college for that long without being kicked out?
Well, I
Checkmate,
bet it
sir.
takes a lot of your daddy's money, you lollygagger.
Oh.
I wouldn't know. I don't spend it.
Anyway, he trusted us with this book, and he said that your orc's going to get his head blown up if anything happens to it. But it's very important. It's got lots of details about rats in it. And she's going to grab it out of Van's, I guess, like, sack or whatever he has that he's carrying it in, because I think Van had it last.
I know.
Yeah.
Mel will
she'll,
probably reach for it.
Yeah, I'll pass it to Mel.
She'd actually give a shit.
This is a, this is like it's like someone's diary or journal. There's drawings of all sorts of types and like engravings and sketches, and some of them done by different people, and they've just been pasted in. Some of it's handwritten. Later portions seem to be, or at least part of them seems to be in typeface. But it looks like the experiences of one Verinan priestess, and Verena is the goddess of law and justice. She oversees lawyers and investigators, things like that, legal proceedings. So it's one Verinan priestess's accounts of what she calls a race of Skaven that are these malicious, technologically advanced rat people. And even just a cursory flip through, it's full of like old poetry and myths, as well as supposed interviews with actual Skaven hunters who track these creatures and fight them.
Yeah, there's a real creepy poem in there. It's half Elvish. And she'll turn it to the page. I think it was Elven. Like, it was half written and show it to me. I had to ask what's his face, Septimus, to read it to me. He's got a good reading voice, actually.
It is not Elvish. It is classical Chilean, which is like Latin.
That's right. It was a dialect.
Right. If it's a common language, I would be able to read it. I don't know how common that is.
I think you might just know that it's not Elven and that it's this language, but you can't read it. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Except it's called a poem known as "The Doom That Came to Casvar." Sorry,
And Mario gave a recount of the story about these. I think from what I remember, it was a story of Skaven that rose up, and there was no hero to save the day, and the city was consumed. And it was basically the outcome of the story.
The inhabitants of the city were eaten alive by the plague of rats that overwhelmed them. That's basically it. But there's many variants of this particular tale. You sort of flip through these.
Jerry loves like a good immigrant story coming and ruining everything for him. So he's like, "It's exactly what might happen to us."
Yep. There was a rat, piper who came in and swindled everybody. Yeah, lots of. But just a cursory flip through and sort of read tells you that it's all over the place. There's stuff in here that might be fact. There's stuff that might be complete fiction.
It's great, isn't it, Mel? It proves what Van's dad's been telling us all along.
What's that? Proof? And out of the back, you see Van. He's rubbing the back of Ferris, rubbing the back of his head. And
Same thing, Riley.
Dad,
how are you feeling? My head hurts.
Oh, you need some mead then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
I'll go get him something.
Tankard of it.
Molly is gonna skirt around and cover up the wolf's head, which has been hung back up because she doesn't want to have to take it back down again. Just covers it with a tablecloth or something. No monsters to see here, Ferris.
No, we'll just keep looking
You'll break it up a little bit, mate.
Yeah, I think we're losing you a bit, Mel.
Yeah.
Better?
Much
Yeah,
better.
there we go. Yeah.
Okay. Just would be flipping through the book in the meantime.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is where you're learning you're trying to read this and translate and that kind of thing. So I guess maybe Molly's, pointing things out on that. How about everybody else? What are y'all up to?
So did Van hand me my gold coin?
Oh yes, here. This is from the coffer, and he hands one to Jerry, to Mel, and to York.
I'll immediately hand mine off to Jerry. Jerry, this is for Gouda. That's 3.5 left by my counting. Then I'm free.
We'll see.
Jerry, this is the most amount of money you give me. Can't you give me this one?
3.5 for now. Still an interest, though, aren't we?
Jerry's got a distinct interest in interest.
Yeah.
I think Jerry's laugh there, just like York's body just tenses up, and like with sadness and anger all rolled into one, and he realised there's absolutely no point. Okay, 3.5 for now. I'll get it paid off, Jerry. Mark my words. I've got a future now.
I believe you will, son. That's right. I've got a stake in your future now. I'm invested in you. Don't you forget who got you that cushy job at the wizard school, mate.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry.
Don't you forget who your friends are.
I'll order like a triple from the bar. Give me something big and dirty, please.
Yeah. Gunter, he's got just the thing. Give me a consume alcohol from York.
You have a viewer decision as well, Jim.
He did say, "Give me a triple."
I'm also looking at all of those ones on York's little screen.
Yeah.
I'd like to know who comes in injured to the bar who was injured in the earthquake. So, viewer decision would.
Sorry.
Who was injured in the earthquake that comes to the bar looking for help? Or whatever.
I got an 8. My first good roll for drinking a beer.
You've learned well, boy. Good job.
It just takes Van to speak. Give me another.
That's what going to school teaches how to drink proper. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And that one's a failure for my second drink. 2 degrees of failure.
Yeah. It jokes on halfway down, and York kind of,
Still got some learning.
No, what we got here then is an earthquake from a wizard who's telling us about these rats who are going to come and take over our city for the southeast. And no one ain't else listening to us.
It's not a wizard, Jerry. It wasn't anyone in the wizard in the mage guild. Septimus would do that. He's helping us. He's working with us.
All right, fair enough. But if the rats come from underground, then earthquakes come from underground as well.
I like his thinking.
Vis-a-vis rat earthquake.
It's half-assed, but he may not be wrong. How?
So, what we going to do about it, ergo de facto, getting rid of these rats?
It looks like it's very important. This book is not a pleasant read.
There's got to be something in there they don't. Got to be something in there they don't like. Like dogs. Wait
What
a minute.
about like a real
Rats
big
don't like
rat
dogs. Yeah, rat traps. Rats don't like dogs, and they're telling us to kill all the dogs, isn't they? So while they trying to stop us from killing all the rats of our dogs?
The wizard was
Alright.
telling us that it might have been a pet. Someone was keeping it for fun.
Listen, let's have a proper chat with your dad. Man, he seems to know about these things. Why don't we get everything we can out of him?
Yes, Dad. Do you remember? Have you finished your mead?
Yes, son. Yes.
What were they doing underground? What did you see? The Skaven.
Well,
Said there were more.
yeah. Yes, they're more. They're building something. There's great machines of some kind. Excavators, perhaps shovels everywhere. I was only on the outskirts, passed their patrols briefly, and was stunned by what I saw. And it was then that I found Rold, who had snuck away from his work gang, and I couldn't just leave him there.
If we wanted to see what you've seen, how do we get there?
I can't. I'm not taking you there. No, not doing it. And
I think this might be a good idea. I think the only thing is if we could see it for ourselves.
You don't have to take us, Dad. Just tell us where to go. We'll go.
Yeah. Wild magic for Ferris. Just take us.
Van, your dad's a coward.
He's been through a trauma, and I would ask you to take care how you talk about him, please. Always thought of you as a friend, York. I hate to reconsider that.
You'd be a coward too if you saw what was down there.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Do you think it could have caused the ground to shake like it just did with what they were doing?
Is that something woke me? Was that what happened? A tremor?
There was the ground quaking.
Yeah.
Probably people hurt.
If you were able to get under the city through the... Man, do you remember what they told us about this place, the Frauschlag, the Oryxmund? There've been dwarves here for centuries, and the tunnels down there are old. But you shouldn't go, Van. You shouldn't. And he grabs your wrist, as with all of his might.
Father, a long time ago you had something you had to go do. You sent me away. This is something that I must do.
Yes, I can see. Well, it was deeper than the old tunnels, past the sewers. You might get lost, so do what you know to do, and find your way back quickly. And he seems to be terrified of what you're describing.
But the only way we're going to know if this whole thing is true is whether or not we go down there and see it for ourselves.
Sounds like we need to be armed to the teeth if we're going to be doing such a thing. This is dangerous.
Oh, that reminds me. I got Conrad coming round soon with some new... I got a new stab vest coming and a metal ear. And Molly's going to pull the great big knife that she bought and she's going to hand it over to Mel. And it's like one of those giant hunter type knives. Definitely very illegal.
Yes, Jerry, you should know Conrad is he's a bit of a sour apple as far as the guard goes. Could be useful in the future.
Oh, I think we pissed off Otto a bit. But he was trying to cheat us, so you know. He got cut out.
About even still. Got it. This is quite the trinket you got here, darling. You ready to use this?
Well, I thought you could use it, because you're real good with blades.
I am...
Okay. And Molly's going to reach into another one of her pockets. I got this! And she's like waving her pistol around. willy-nilly
Okay.
as she's done before.
Oh.
Chase face.
All right. Oh, okay.
Hey, young lad.
Holiday.
We
Gary,
need
we
to
thought you'd
brick.
like to.
We need to have a
Gary, we thought
safety
you'd like
course.
to pick your own. We thought you'd like to pick your own weapon, so Conrad's going to come round and you can talk to him then. But yeah, Van, that's a great idea. Then I can shoot them twice as good.
Or maybe I can round up some of the boys as well to come down there with us. Take a look around sewers and whatnot down these old tunnels. See if there are any more of these rat people skulking around. Then we fucking burn them. Send them running back home.
What time
The
is it,
south.
Jim?
It is like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. It's
Now,
or evening.
That's what I meant by most
Sun's
angry.
probably,
It's nap
Like
time.
we should be a little bit cautious, Jerry. I did learn of a plot by I think it's the Northeast. They're planning on raiding, doing a deal somewhere in town.
Are they the ones that hit you and gave you that cut on your head?
Yeah,
That looks pretty
it
nasty.
was those. Yeah, I beat up a couple of them and got some information. There's a deal going out around in the cemetery quarter tonight. You should. I was going to go check it out on my own. You guys could come with me if you wanted.
Wait. Cemetery quarter tonight. I mean, it's early enough for us to take a look down the sewers now. Come back up from the cemetery in the night. 2 birds, 1 stone, or 2 rats, 1 stone.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, it's definitely we got to deal with these Northies. Okay.
Yeah, we'll kill them all, mate.
And I just wondered, York will pull out his dagger without a blade. Anyone that can help me fix this? Molly, Jerry, Mel.
I
Anyone?
reached down behind the bar and I grabbed one of the cheap knives that we have for like cutting up food, and I passed that to York. Hey guys,
Is this-
that'll do you. Sharpen
Is this
it a bit.
spoon?
Look, a spoon is a deadly weapon in the right hands. Isn't that right, Jerry? I've seen what he's done with them. Eyeball just pops straight out.
That
It's
was
dull. It hurts more.
something
Nasty.
fun to pick up. I think I
Ruined my
still got
spoon.
I guess York will take the cutlery knife as his weapon for now.
all
I
right.
only use ladles nowadays.
I missed that, Mel. What was Mel? What's Mel doing?
Oh, the eyeball's in the back somewhere. That's all I was saying.
Just right there. Yeah. So the knife is apparently has the quality undamaging. So I don't know what that means. We're gonna have to look and see what an undamaging knife.
Well, it sounds positive.
Knife
It
of
sounds like I'm
undamaging.
really going to
Sounds
be
like
able
it
to fuck
heals
up some
you.
salad.
It's the most vegan knife ever.
You can sharpen that edge. It's still metal. Just get a bit of
So-
sandpaper
so-
from Van's
so I
sweat shop.
I found it.
It's a-
All armor points are doubled against undamaging weapons. You do not automatically inflict a maximum of 1 wound on a successful hit either.
All right. All right.
Fine.
Yours got your magic. And I got a 75-61 for Ferris for that wild magic surge.
Oh yeah, let's talk about it. 75-61 for Ferris reads. Target's voice sounds like the chirping of crickets for 3d8 hours.
Let me get this real quick.
It's like he tells really bad jokes and no one no one responds. Just
Ooh, for the next 6 hours.
He's basically me now.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So York, how many Northies was it? Because we got trouble with the Southies as it is. Got to keep track of how many of them we got to deal with.
16. I heard 16, but definitely in the cemetery quarter tonight.
But how many jumped you? Because that's a serious wound. That
Oh,
is.
no,
That's gotta be-
I
You,
think
right?
I took out 3, but they were medium sized. They weren't too big. I was able to
you get a
deal
look
with
at
it.
any of them.
Yeah, they medium height, medium weight, brown hair, brown eyes, kind of dirty.
Yeah, sounds like the Randall brothers.
I think one of them had an R tattooed on himself.
Yeah.
They were spouting some shit about we're gonna take Jerry's drugs and we'll see, but Yeah, we should probably check it out tonight after the sewers.
Do you need
I
anything?
don't know
Alright.
if I want to go down the sewers tonight. It's like peak working hours. I haven't got my new vest yet. Jared's still healing up from the last time he got stabbed with a poison weapon.
I'm fine, love.
Do you need anything for your thing there, York? How's that scratch on your head?
It's all right. There was a lady that tried to have a look at me in the mage college. It's a bit of flesh wound. I'm okay.
I don't know.
Not that I wouldn't. I completely trust you. It's just I got things to do. In fact, talking about things to do, I haven't slept in about 2 days. Can I try and grab an hour's sleep somewhere?
Well, we got the back room where Jerry keeps the boys. You can sleep in there with Ferris.
Yeah,
I've
so you
heard
can see my boys' room if you want.
I've heard what happens in that. Jerry, will you stay out here, please?
I come home, boys, so don't always leave, boys. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Got a
that
poker in there, like a
You're
red hot
cool.
one.
York will walk
Poker,
over and grab a chair, and he'll
Yeah.
drag it all the way across the bar and just kind of lean in it and fall asleep sitting down.
Hey, Jerry, there's poker in the rear? What?
Oh yeah, mate. There's all sorts.
Hey.
All right. York goes back in the back room to get some breakfast.
220 Savan, 220 Molly from Gem Song. Thank you, Jim.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
We got York going back in the back to catch some rest. Ferris is drinking and mostly being ignored. Every time he talks, it just sounds like this droning insectile noise or something. And then, so how about everybody else? Who's going to the sewers? And
I'll go to the sewers for sure.
Jerry's going.
I would like to round up just some fellow gangsters to
Some of the boys.
come with me. The boys, yeah.
Them sewer boys. Well, I mean, if you're just going for a bit of recon, I don't see the harm. So, Molly, what about you?
Molly's there and she's got the rag from wiping down the bar and she's just wiping down her new gun. It's her prized possession, just casually wiping this thing down. Alright, I guess so, but I gotta be back for like 7, 9 rush hour time, you know? I need my tips.
It's lovely when gangsters are really concerned about missing what? Missing a rush hour. Yeah, and I've got to be back too. Strictly come
Well,
dancing on
it's
it,
when
Stephen,
you hear the best gossip, innit? Rush hour. Everyone's got their mouths
Yeah.
running off.
Alright, Smithy, Andy, Pandy, you free on me.
You can't call Candy.
No.
Gouda did him. Gouda did him last week.
Oh yeah, he's good. Yep.
Well, I had the sinking feeling I better follow y'all in case you get hurt. We might.
Seriously, Mel, that's very inconsiderate, considering what just happened in the city. I mean, that's just bad timing.
Fair enough.
Can't be a bit more sensitive, love.
If they're going now, like York would just drag himself back out. Okay, I guess you're not letting me get any fucking sleep.
No, you have your
Not
nap.
all
You
night.
have your nap. We'll be fine.
My sewers, mate. I look at my sewers.
I need to find out what's going on. It's part of my job now. I'll be
Oh,
okay.
fine.
I'll sleep and walk.
I wish York did know that cheese spell. That'd be great for the rats. York, you
York-
guys study harder in school.
Sorry, just that.
York has two fatigue conditions now.
Wonderful.
Good.
Perfect.
Do they have a coffee?
Just what he
Is
needed.
there a Warhammer version of coffee?
Yeah, there's Jerry sells plenty of drugs that are uppers who could get you over this hump.
Jerry, have you got any?
Got a little bit of drugs, mate. A little bit of drugs.
I don't specifically want drugs. I just don't want to feel like this.
He needs a bit of
I got
ooh
you.
to his la-la.
Alright. You know?
Just
And I will just
give-
snort this, like lay out a line on the table. Snort this, you'll feel 10 times better.
Jesus Christ! Okay, like
3 hours
I imagine
later, you are gonna shit yourself. But you got a window of opportunity there, so I like to call it.
I imagine York just goes on and one lines the row.
All right. So, give me a.
Do you want to consume alcohol as it's kind of
Do you see a
or just-
toughness? Give me a straight toughness. Right. And then.
My drugs.
69.
Consume alcohol, inhale poison.
Toughness, that is 3 degrees of failure.
Oh man.
3 hours might have been a little bit circumspect.
Work feels pretty good for a while, but it's going to be a difficult come down.
It's gonna be a really shitty come down.
Temporarily remove the fatigue
Literally.
conditions from York. And as you guys are doing all sorts of drugs and getting ready, I'm assuming you guys are gearing up or something. We're riding up the bowl, that kind of thing.
At least if things do get shitty, we'll be in the sewers already. It just, cuts out the middleman of the bog.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I understand 100%. Thank you.
Yeah, you're sort of like passing out the door as someone with a very, like a long package is coming in through it. Now that the tavern interior is open, more people are filtering inside as you leave. Sort of like pass by this man with a long package, like wrapped up in, I guess in this case, like a burlap cloth. You guys head to the east.
Like, does it look like is this package standing right out?
Yeah, it's a
Like-
giant. Yeah, it's probably something. It's at least 6 feet long. It's
I'll get right in the face of this man. What's in the box?
Huh?
What's in the box?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Nothing.
No. You got a box. What's in it?
I don't. It's personal. My personal affairs.
Jerry, this man's got a box.
What's in the box?
He won't tell me what's in the box. I asked him that
What's
already.
in a fucking box?
He's just kind of trying to back out of the doorway now, slowly, awkwardly. But he's like, "It's nothing, really. I just something I picked up at Carnival." But he's having trouble because there's more people coming in than he can deal with.
As I'm doing this, I put my hand on York's shoulder and I just look down to him and say, "The first one is free. After that."
Okay, no problem. That's fine. I'll just put on my fucking tab. I want to know what's in the box.
Yeah,
You
we'll
won't tell
put it
me
on the
what's
deck
in
with Gouda. Yeah. 3.5
Yeah,
an
no,
hour.
that's absolutely. Yeah, that's fine, Jerry.
Yep.
Just. I
So
can't
what's
pull
in your
the box
box?
off him. I just pull it off him now. I'm just like, give me the box.
Wait, let's do opposed strength to.
53. 53. My strength is 28, so that is a
I got 1 degree of success for me.
a couple of degrees of failure.
No, can't have it. And this time he's like turned. He's to got his back to you. He's about to like just push his way out of the door of people that are coming in. So far, it's York and Jerry. Everyone else has made it outside the door. You guys are outside as you watch this altercation between York and Jerry and this.
He was trying to bring it into our bar.
Yeah. He was trying to like slip in with the crowd of people with this thing, sort of like hugging it to keep its profile from being obvious. But yes.
I moved to stop him.
In that case, let's have the two of us roll off.
Jim, your mic's been a bit funny again.
Yeah.
Is it?
it's,
In and out. Let's see. I got a rather remarkably 3 degrees of failure.
All right, I succeeded, but I have no like success levels.
Gotcha.
He's trying to get out of your way, and he's just sort of like just beyond your grasp. Jerry reaches out for him, and he's not there. So you can either like push your way up the crowd with him, like it seems like he's doing, or you can do something else. Actually, I think you get like a free attack on him as he's not like disengaged. He's not paying attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to grab him as he runs away, and I was like, "Get a box, York!" And we're going to tag team it. I mean, I don't know what that role would be. I guess like a strength-based one, but
yeah, this
I
is
have
like
a question.
it's like melee basic. Yeah, what's up?
Would Jerry's dog be helping, like grabbing onto like his ankle or something and trying to pull it back, since Jerry is like in this fray?
It might, but Jerry's dog is very valuable right now. Jerry, you have your dog out with you?
He's in the pub with us, right?
probably
in the pub.
in the pub.
Don't bring the dog out here. You know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna grab him at least.
Pull your dog in.
Yeah, all right. What do I call it?
Forgot what it was called. Alan.
Alan! Cool.
And then what was York doing? You said.
York's gonna just like this guy's hand, like full on, like gnash his teeth into it as hard as he can, and attempt to pry this box from it. Do you want an attack roll for that?
Yeah, give me a brawl for that. Yeah, that would be like a brawl.
Do we have a brawl? I don't think I have the brawl skill. I've got LA basic LA.
Then it's just your weapon.
Okay.
It's just your weapon.
That's gonna be 1 degree of success.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
1 degree of success.
Fake him out with the dog, and then you send in the York to bite.
You got 1 degree of success. I got something like 6 negative success. So yeah, York, you bite into him fairly hard. I'm gonna call a bite an undamaging attack as well. So you draw blood from him, and is just as York bites down on his hand, and
the whole time I've got my teeth in it, you can just hear what a box, what a box, what a
I'm gonna try and get to the box while York is biting his hand.
Okay, all right. And Alan comes over. Alan comes over. Everyone else outside the door, like no people have stopped trying to come in as this happens. What does everybody else do? As York has grabbed a hold of the package, or sorry, Jerry's grabbed a hold of the package. York is biting this man. Alan's joined in. Van, Mel, and Molly.
I think Mel is watching.
Van would probably be regaling them with some story of some party at whatever, be like, wait a minute, is she? Why are they grabbing that man's package? What's going on? Was there a mugging and no one told me?
Is
Happening
gonna.
down there.
Molly's gonna.
Jerry, do you need any help?
Molly's gonna take this time to hide the gold that she's got on her because she doesn't want to take it out with her again. And she'll, like, seeing as everyone's busy and no one's watching her, she's gonna go and hide it in her money stashing place in the pub.
Okay, that's good. Molly make me a quick stealth roll, and then we're gonna go sort of like back to the top of initiative for this next round here. So, my man's gonna try to punch York in the face. York, you're welcome to make a opposed roll for that. Yeah, he tries to get you, but misses. And as he's doing that, you see that he's kind of only really holding. He's not like grabbing a hold of his package. He's just got his arm around it.
Whole arm, not both.
Just the one arm. So it's now Jerry's turn, and then York.
Can I open a box easily, or is it like pinned down?
Give me a strength roll to wrestle control of it. But this is between Alan and what's going on. This is a very easy roll. You will get plus 60 to your strength for this.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Even on a 75, that's a success.
Gotcha. So Jerry has all 6 feet of this man's package.
Can I see what's inside?
Jerry gets to unravel it, and it's at first it seems just like a pole of some kind. That's the peak that you get as you begin to unwrap this thing. It's going to take a while. It's well wrapped, so it's going to take at least another 4 round there. How about what's Alan doing? Is Alan still, and what's York doing?
Have I got the? So it's out of his hands. I can see it's out of his hands. Is he fighting to get the package? What's his? What can I tell from my mouth feel? Is what I'm asking. Is he tugging against me to run out the door?
He's trying. He was like let go of one, like punching you. Feels the package coming out, and he's like turned and twisted. So he's kind of like off balance, screaming at Jerry, don't, and is otherwise like trying to push you off of his hand, but nothing else. Looks like he might try to gouge your eyes out next time.
So I'm going to use him being off balance, and I'm going to lean my teeth and the rest of my body into pushing him against the way his knee is facing, like to really fuck up his knee for one thing, and to get him on the floor where he can't gouge out my eyes.
You feel like that's more like you're using your strength, or like you're trying to throw him off balance?
It's more the throw off balance. Getting him on the floor is the...
Let's roll opposed agility.
Okay, let's have a look at my agility. I didn't do very well.
This is going to be a penalty. And Alan is also helping you, so it will make this an easy roll for you.
Okay, that was 1 degree of failure flat, so I imagine it bumps up to a degree of success.
At least easy is plus 40.
Okay, yeah, like 4 degrees, 3 degrees of success.
Okay, all right. So you've got this man. He's sort of half collapsed in the doorway, pinned down. You and the dog, York and the dog are on top of him. Jerry's got the package. There's a big crowd that's gone by. Gunter's like looking at Jerry and everyone else. And Jerry's boys have now leaped in to start, now that the man's helpless and on the ground, they've jumped in to start punching, kicking, and taking him out of the doorway.
This is just such common violence for us.
We're out of this brief dust up here. So yeah, that's where he's at. This guy's got 4 adults and a dog on him. What do y'all do with him?
Alan, he's up, Alan. Good boy. I'm gonna open up the package. More to see what's the pole.
No.
What the hell is it then? Where's your fucking pole, mate?
It's, you don't want to know what it is.
I fucking do. That's why I boot you up and set my dog Alan on you.
Oh.
Seems like a lot of effort for something it doesn't want.
Yeah. Alan, the dog, is very upset with you about this. So you better tell him.
And he's like looking out in the street, in the yard. Like he's half paying attention to Jerry, but he's clearly also like looking around himself, like.
Alan just got the biggest stick.
Shut the door. Don't leave it wide open. What's that, Molly?
Alan just got the biggest stick to play fetch with.
Right.
I open more of the package to see what it is.
Yeah, it's much longer. It appears to be a staff or pole of some kind. One end of it is much more bulbous and rounded than the other, but that part of the pole is still currently covered.
Listen, I just asked you what it was, and you tried to run away. That's your sure sign you don't want us to know what it is, and that's where things get bad.
No one brings poles into my pub with my dog Alan.
Just shut the door. Shut the door.
Van, come back in here and shut the fucking door.
Shut the door.
You're getting draft in.
Shut the front door.
So Van comes in, shutting the door. Spinning his
Smells
gun
right
around,
behind
just
him.
trying to look intimidating.
Uh-huh.
Best you just tell the boys what they want to know.
Listen, I'll tell you everything, okay? My name is Ludger, and I used to be an apprentice at the Celestial College in Altdorf, but I took something and I'm on the run. And if you don't, I need your help, or otherwise, they're gonna kill me.
Jerry just grins. This is wizard shit. You nicked wizard shit.
Yes, you could call it that.
You're like a better York.
Fuck! Like, like in absolute shock, he'll spit out, but a lump of this guy's hand will fly out of York's mouth as he does. What did you say?
What kind of pole is this? Is it a magic pole? What's it do?
Magic, yes. I'm assuming are you going to finish unfurling the rest of it?
Oh yeah.
Jerry's
Yeah.
like twirling it around like a showman's cane. Like, what sort of pole is it?
Yeah, it's like a Christmas tree now.
There's a lump of warpstone about the size of a melon,
Ooh.
precariously perched on the end of this.
know.
And he's just sort of, this is like, yeah, it's wizard shit.
It's one of those fucking weird stones, isn't it? Those are worth a pretty penny.
Yeah. I heard Middenheim was a place where an aspiring young wizard could make a name for themselves. So why not? But yeah, I
You're in the right place, son.
Yeah.
Jerry, I want that pole. I need that pole, please.
I look at York, ignore him, and look back to Luca. Jerry, pleased to meet you. You've come to our fine establishment here, and you've met the right folks for the job. Because you got a big fucking magic stick, mate. And I know the kind of people who want to buy that kind of thing.
Jerry, I need that pole. Two gold for that pole.
2 gold, son?
2 gold.
Well, this thing's worth hundreds. In the right hands.
Molly will put down like a
I'm the right hands.
tankard of drink. Or the beaten up dude.
Yeah, Ludger. Yeah, he's sort of
Ludger,
like Jerry's
yeah.
boys are sort of standing on top of him, but he's
Yeah,
always
I
sitting-
come to let him go. It's all nicey now. We're like,
He's our new best friend.
yeah, he's on his best friend now. We can use him.
We
Yeah,
always
I-
do the beat
whatever you need. I'm better than New York. I'm better than everybody. You can count on me. Like, just all I got to do is yeah, that'd be fine. Whatever you need.
Yeah.
What's
Okay,
your
well,
name and where do you come from?
Yeah, tell us your story, son.
Hey.
Yeah, my name's Ludger. That's Ludger, 1R as well. I'm from the Reichland. His accent gives him away as a Westerner, someone from one of the Western provinces.
Gotcha.
Like I said, I apprenticed to the Celestial Order at Altdorf, but not anymore.
Hey.
Why'd you take this piece of staff here and run away? What caused you to do that, son?
Well, I had a dream one night, and a guy with like one arm and just with tentacles, and he told me to, and it seemed like a good idea.
Seems like a good idea. That's a good enough reason to do anything, as far as I'm concerned. All right.
Yo.
How much do you reckon this thing is worth, then, Sam?
Oh,
6
I don't
gold.
know.
I'll give you 6 gold for it.
Yeah, that sounds right. 6 gold. But I mean, you can take it. I don't even want it anymore. It's a lot of trouble. It's a lot of trouble. Like, if you just protect me, I'll be fine. That's what you do here, right?
Oh yeah, that is exactly our line of business, protection, son. You came to the right place. We're basically all people in the business of protecting one another. Yeah.
We're like one big
Jerry
family.
protects many of the businesses up and down this street here.
Yeah, I was
We look
protecting
after
some of
each
them earlier today. Yeah. Do I believe him when he says 6 gold? Because this is like a reasonable chunk of Watson.
You can make me an intuition roll to see if you think if he's like lying or something.
Yeah.
I
Jerry's
guess
not
the
very
question is, do we
intuitive.
recognize it as Weirdstone? Because we were told how much Weirdstone is worth, like, just yesterday. Or just earlier.
It is much larger. Like the one that y'all had last was like a golf ball sized.
Yeah, we had, like,
Right,
the
it
powdered.
The powdered, it was not that much. This is
Yeah.
this is the raw stuff, the real deal.
I would imagine it's.
So I don't know if he's lying, but I think he might just be wrong, given what we
Yeah.
heard from the.
Something like that. He's you get the impression he's desperate, certainly.
Yeah.
I
You know,
can get-
magic.
Oh yeah, all kinds of magic. Sure, all kinds of magic, yeah.
You want to do some? Show us.
Oh, right now?
It's just for proof, Sam. So we know you ain't
Okay.
bullshitting us.
Sort of like looks around his yeah, all right. He stretches, works his jaw.
And summons a demon.
Yeah, he's like, good thing it wasn't 66. He does something, and it gets a little you feel there's like a spike in humidity, and he touches somebody and they're like, oh, it's like a shock, like they give him just like a brief little jolt. He like touches Jerry and it's like a
Okay.
just a little shock.
Wait, what the
Alright.
fuck? Alright.
He's
He
got
just
magic,
attack you?
alright?
No,
Alright.
no. It's just a
He's
joke.
alright.
It's a joke thing. No, yeah.
Alright,
Um,
so look, here's the thing, Sam. What you got for us? Something that we're looking for, so something that we could definitely protect you with. Problem is, Sam, you's a wizard, and yous might be keen for those witch hunters lot. Might be keen for you. A lot of them in town these days, isn't they?
No, nothing. No witch hunters. No. And now he looks. You don't even need to make a roll. He looks like really nervous. He's looking at the door. He's starting to sweat.
Yeah. So here's the thing, Sam. I'm happy to take it off your hands, but protecting you, well, I mean, it's difficult for us not to slip a word to the witch hunter lot. They're a good lot, those lads, ladies. So how's about this? You just pretend that none of this ever happened. You walk away. Go west or wherever it is you came from, or east. Plenty of good options. Several options. You could just fuck off somewhere else for all I care. And you just forget all of this ever happened to you. Start again. Don't have a staff. Yeah, I will sort you out a couple of coppers. I'm gonna send you on your way.
Oh,
How's that sound?
As Jerry says, like, a couple of coppers, Molly will just pull, like one silver piece out of her pocket and just put it down on the table.
I appreciate it. He like reaches out to attempt to take it, like expecting that the boys will get him. That sounds like a fair. That sounds like a fair trade. Where can I? Is there any way I can go that'll take me east? Like, yeah. At this point, he seems like he's not like he's walked into the wrong place. Yeah.
I know a way.
Now he's figured that out.
Lean in.
Only just
It's
now
not-
is this dawning on him.
There's some tunnels, there's sewers and like entrance out of here. We're gonna head down that way ourselves just to check it out, but you could come with us if you wanted.
The tunnels. It'll take me out under the city then.
No.
Okay. Someone make me a charm roll.
I'm just gonna kill him down there.
Yeah. We'll let Molly do that. She's got more skill than I think most of us.
Charm is a 56. I have a question. Would he be attracted to Molly? Because it makes a difference.
Yes, he would.
All right. Well, let me check that rule because I have the talent attractive. Let's see what
There
that
you go.
is.
It really is a talent, isn't it?
It is.
You gotta know how to
I
use
love how categorized that.
I wouldn't know.
Talented.
Whether it's your piercing eyes, your strong frame, or maybe the way you flash your perfect teeth, you know how to make the best use of what gods gave you. When you successfully charm to influence those attracted to you, you can use either your rolled SL or the number you rolled on the unit's die. So a successful roll of 38 would give you plus 8 success levels. So let's make the roll and see if I'm successful. I'll die. 33, and I have like 58, so that's 2 success levels.
Versus
You could just take the 3 instead, which is better.
56, sorry. So yeah, so I would take the 3, which gives me 3 success levels.
Okay. Yeah, he Jerry's sort of talking about this. Oh, east under the tunnels. He picks up on underground and is used to cities that aren't built on 500 feet of rock.
We'll look after you.
Fine. Under the. Oh yeah. I mean, if it's safe enough, then whatever
it's
it is.
very dangerous to go above ground.
We're just about to head out. You came at exactly the right time.
Oh,
And there is a Shigmarite temple, not 1 block that way, so you don't want to go walking around with those types.
Dangerous place, just as well you came in here, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he spits on the ground at the mention of the temple.
Okay, yeah, and she sort of like looks at the wolf's head and gets the picture. Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, whatever you guys.
Andy, you stay here. Smithy, you're with us, and look, Goose, come with us down the sewers now. Get out of the city.
Yeah,
Start a new life.
Sure. Yeah, whatever.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
And he kind of motions Jerry to come over.
Yeah.
Away from everybody.
Before they have that conversation, York is going to cast something. He's going to cast Eavesdrop, which lets me whisper into 2 targets' conversation.
This is so perfect.
44. That is a success, but that is
Oh shit!
doubles.
Doubles!
Doubles is not good, right? 4 is not good either. I don't think.
So that's a success.
Oh, man.
You succeeded, right?
Sorry.
But
Yeah,
you
it's a
succeeded.
success, yeah.
This was is your channeling roll or your language?
The language roll, the one I actually need to cast it, is just a basic.
All right, and you don't have intuitive diction, do you?
No.
Instinctive. All right, yeah, this is a miscast then. All right, where's my table at? Where's my table?
Just try to listen.
Another one of these, I think.
Summons the gods of chaos.
Yep.
So it is off, but there is a minor miscast.
35 for my miscast roll. If you're on the table.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Rupture, your nose. So York casts this spell and it goes off, and if you look back at him, he is bleeding profusely from his eyes, his ears, and his nose. I need a D10 roll for York.
Lots of drugs.
You try to listen, and then everything starts to bleed.
That's a 7.
Snitches get stitches.
7.
Yeah.
7 bleeding conditions.
Holy shit, that's really bad.
That's really bad.
We should have let York nap. Oh no.
You have so you lose a wound at the end of every round per condition.
Oh my god.
You also have a -10 per condition to resist festering wounds, minor infections, or blood rot. If you reach 0 wounds, you fall immediately unconscious, and have after that you have a 10% chance of. Ooh, this is bad.
When Jim goes, ooh, this is bad, and we've already come this far.
10% chance per condition of dying.
Oh my god.
You have a 70% chance of dying.
You nosy son of a bitch.
The York is bleeding, like the magic courses through, and it is like when profusely, it is like dangerously profuse that York is bleeding out of his.
I just love the idea that like me and Van are having a secret conversation, and just in the background of our conversation, York is just like dying from bleeding.
Okay. For the first 6 seconds, York's there just kind of listening in, but the next thing, like blood spurting out of that.
Okay, so that's a point. So he motioned for him to come over. Now, this is what you should do, Jerry. You should let York use that staff. I know he's a bit weak, but I think we could at least find out how powerful it is. And if anything,
I think he can handle it.
It happens
I
to
think
him.
he can handle it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can too. He seems strong in spirit.
He seems like he can handle himself with magic, and now he's getting to... York, what do you... Fucking hell, York!
York, what the fuck?
What?
York! Oh
Mel!
my god!
Mel!
Yeah, no!
York has killed himself!
What happened to him?
He really wanted
Harry,
that.
what sort of drugs did you give him? Quick, Mel, there's got to be an antidote, right? Yeah, was it what
I
went
went
up his
to-
nose?
I told you
Jerry.
to shit yourself, York!
I
I told you
think
to
I
shit
should-
yourself!
I think there's
It's all
blood coming
key.
out of there as well.
It comes from there!
It's a wild magic.
So here's how this works. I need a healing test, like to attempt to heal him, and bandages will automatically remove one of these, and then
Okay.
for every success level it will remove another bleeding condition, and that's what's
Oh
gonna
my
happen.
god! Oh my god! Oh, magic. So the next person struck by magic, which obviously is York, thinks that he is a toddler.
He's just crying for his mom as all of his blood is bleeding out of him.
Oh my
But
god.
he killed his mom.
Yeah, that's oh man.
This is where that.
a mess.
Could come out.
I mean, everything else is.
We were just laughing away, and this got real serious real fast.
Nice
God.
magic.
Okay, I
Alright.
have my heal is at 7. I forget how to do
/ die space D1.
that.
Black.
Yeah, I just don't remember what I'm rolling for. 59.
What is your target number on your medicine or your healing?
What's your
My heal's at 7. I don't know if I add that to something.
No, that's what you're aiming to roll below.
Oh yeah, you add that to your intelligence.
Oh, your intelligence.
Plus your intelligence.
Okay. Super good. 45.
Alright.
Did she make me worse?
It does not make it worse. Use of a bandage will always give one. So you're down to 6 bleeding conditions, but this is a wound that you perhaps have never really had to staunch before. You don't see a wound; it's just blood coming out of his
It's just blood.
ears.
You've been dancing in blood again, York.
I don't know what the fuck he did. I'm trying here, but where is he? He's bleeding from everywhere. I don't even.
I looked at
Did
the
somebody hit
wizard
him?
in our group, like the actual wizard, as far as I'm concerned, Luca, and I'm like, fix him.
Do your fucking magic, Sam.
And he attempts. What does he have a magic spell that would help? Yeah, he might have.
And before this guy miscasts.
York's about to die.
So I'm
just
gonna,
happened.
I'm gonna point to this other wizard in the group, and I'm gonna say, "It's him," and then I'm gonna kind of need to sit down.
Okay. So York loses 6 wounds. What's York at?
York is alright. I think he did heal up a bunch. Wounds,
Yeah.
I'm on 11. I think I've got 1, so I'm on 7 wounds currently.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
I've got 6 seconds.
Yeah. So you take from that 7, you get you're now down to what? Yeah, 1 left.
No, I had 1 wound. I just took 6, so I'm on 7 total out of 11.
Understood. Gotcha. All right. So that's where we're at then. York's got another couple rounds of consciousness. All right. You can attempt to continue bandaging him. How about everybody else? This one guy, he
Yeah.
did something. What about everybody else?
Okay.
Get your fortune points.
Yeah,
I
I
could
got
see.
In honor of our video for today, I will metagame just a bit.
Oh my god.
I actually fixed them up a little bit this time.
Okay. Oh yeah. So okay. So you've
Molly-
managed to. What's that, Molly?
Go ahead. I was gonna say Molly is gonna hold the wizard guy at like gunpoint until he fixes York, and she's also like screaming at Mel that it was the drugs and screaming at Jerry. What did Jerry give him?
Right.
Gave him a little bit of drugs. It was just a little bit of drugs.
In glasses behind them.
Another wild magic surge. Fuck.
So that's another 2 levels of bleeding conditions removed from York.
York is really panicking now, so he's going to cast another spell. I'm going to attempt to drain the life of this wizard in front of me.
I should note that your wild magic surge is that you have an out-of-body experience and you can't find your way back.
Okay,
You're literally like passing out. You're so faint from the blood loss.
do you want me to cast this first, or would you rather that happen first, Jim?
Well, you get the cast, right? And then whoever is the next person that's targeted by magic has an effect that goes off on them, and so that will be Ludger. And then the out-of-body experience.
That is a big old success.
Gotcha.
That's like 4 levels. I'm not sure if I gained a wound per success.
We kill everything.
I don't know if it is or not. You might want to check it. It's a pretty cool spell.
I heal 1 wound. He takes I'm trying to work out 4 damage, I believe.
Okay.
It's probably more than that, but
his spell that he cast doesn't appear to have had an effect on York. He's like, look, I've cast my spell, my magic. York should be healed in a moment, and then
I look back to York. Is he hitting you?
at this point, I don't know, Jerry. Jerry?
Oh Jesus!
What? Your name's Gerhard. Why do we call you Jerry for?
Don't you ever fucking call me that, son.
I'm sorry.
It's a nickname.
Don't worry, my mum
Lay
called me
down.
Fan of, I always like you. And then I'll sit down.
I know. Seems that way. We're good friends.
Yeah.
Someone remind me what the surge was, the 93, 97.
93, 97, I think.
I think I'm a toddler. I go to toddler stage now.
That's a toddler.
Yeah.
The toddler. Okay.
Ludger thinks he's a toddler.
That was who it was cast on, though, right?
I
The
think
person struck by magic thinks he's a toddler. So you could either read that as in the magic struck York in his miscast, or you could read that as in Ludger got struck by the magic now. So that's Jim's.
Don't we normally do the donations where it's the person they gift it to? Although it's students control completely.
Yeah, what are you on, Jim? Really?
I would say York's got enough going on right now. Ludger seems to lose his mind and start screaming.
Even more of a mess.
Oh my god. Let me know when I could try to heal York again.
Well, shit.
York loses 4 hit points, and you can attempt.
Oh my god, that 1 point of healing was incredibly important. I'm on 10 now.
Oh my god.
I would have gone down last time.
Okay. Alright. Very successful. 45.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so you've managed.
I figured it out.
Right, you figured it out, right? There's like
put rags in each hole.
And York's ear, turning his eyes, all his nose. Really, York is going to be just a.
Put this in here too. I just like.
Wait, the cat's worth money.
But York appears unconscious.
Oh Jesus
He'll be
Christ! He's still got to pulse, you guys, but I think he's down for the count. Molly, I need a fucking drink. I don't. He just started bleeding from everywhere. There's no cut. There's no scratch. Nothing hit him. I don't know.
I've given drugs to children and it didn't go that badly. I've given drugs to Alan and it didn't go that badly. That's most of Alan's diet.
What's worse is he's probably still gonna shit himself while he's unconscious.
I can't feed Alan some drugs, it reminds me of it.
Alan is really addicted and needs his daily fix.
Molly will
Alan he really looks like Jerry. He's got the eye patch on too.
I need that drink, and I think we might need to book it under York. Just just to be safe.
Yeah, put a shit
Like-
bucket on.
As they go to get the bucket, that York just defecates uncontrollably and like for a good solid 10 seconds.
There it is.
Oh my god!
There
Can
she
we
goes.
just dump him in the sewer? I'm done with York, to be honest. Look at the massive as a pub.
I think we need him,
All right.
but
It's just a
holy
boys' room.
Jesus fucking. I ain't
Okay.
cleaning that up.
These wolves have seen worse. Don't worry, Mose. Far,
Yeah,
far
I'm
worse.
covered in blood. I need to go fucking wash up. Jesus Christ.
Feel bad because the bartender just cleaned the place up. So, well,
Yeah, guess whose turn it is to clean it up next? Mine. Cheers,
York?
York. And she's going to kick him with her foot.
Fucking York.
And then she's going to
All right.
turn to Luca and be like, shut up! As he's like sobbing toddlery in the corner.
Yeah, he's just like blubbery crying, all snot and just having a real tough time with it.
I got snot, I got blood, I got shit. And she's going to go and get a bucket and a mop.
Gunter's dragging York back into the back room. Ferris is not really moved much at all. The patrons that are in here are used to this kind of business, but Gunter goes back cleaning out. He's got a bucket and is cleaning things up. So York is having an out-of-body experience and does not know how to find his way back. It's a good thing that he is friends with an amethyst wizard. So how about the rest of y'all? As York has this out-of-body experience, you can be there, York, right? Like you're there. You watch Gunter drag your body away. You watch yourself defecate yourself. You love this. You're right there.
I imagine like the first few seconds of me shouting at everyone, what the fuck? Who is that? And then I kind of look at my hands and maybe realize, and then maybe the next 25 seconds of me swinging for Van, putting my finger up in front of his face, like just genuinely mocking him, and then realizing, how the fuck do I get out of here?
I'm curious if anyone has talents, witch sight or I don't know if Sixth Sense is still one. It might be yes, no. Everybody know? I don't
No,
see
I
Sixth
don't.
Sense or witch sight.
I don't think it is, because I looked at it.
You could be able to perceive York if that were the case, but otherwise,
Listen, guys, it's fucking mess. York's out of it. I think we just go down the sewers. Andy will watch over him.
Oh yeah.
Well, we better put him in Mel's room so he's out the way. She's got a drain in there.
What about this fucking stuff? Are we taking it with us? Are we locking it up? Like, and
So-
this crybaby over in the fucking corner. I don't know if he
Oh.
broke him trying to fix York or if he's just the shit.
Don't worry. We're going to off him in the sewers. It's all good.
He looks out of field, to be honest, Mel.
now we'll have to carry him. It was better when he was going to walk.
I
I say, leave the staff in my boys' room. York goes in the Mel's room to sleep. Luca comes with us. We head down the sewers.
I don't know, Jer. A lot of people around here might like your new stick. I reckon we should keep it with us. I mean,
Alright,
it's a walking
I'll keep-
stick, right? We can just wade through with it.
I'll keep a hold of it for
Slippery
now.
in there. Yeah, I think
we-
that's a good idea.
Shall we cover the top of it, being as other people might know what the fuck it is?
Yes, we should. Yes, we should not have that out in the open. Draw
Hey.
unnecessary eyes.
We'll wrap it up.
All right, and she'll take her beret off and
Always
give it to
ready, Steph.
Jerry. It's like a
Yeah, he
little...
puts on a
Sorry.
couple of staff to like hide up.
All right. It's not fixed on there very well. It's really rather crudely attached. So the group, sans York. Yeah. So
What kind
I
of
was gonna
sleep?
I was going to ask if I could maybe fix up the little top to make sure it stays on.
yeah, tell me, what do you do? Because you've had, as far as I know, Van during all of all Van did was ask to have a side conversation with Jerry, so you could have been doing most of the stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, just to take some leather strips, like maybe from behind the bar, maybe an old belt or whatever, piece of a leather jerkin, and just do a basic repair roll. I just want to use my new talent, Tinker.
Gotcha.
So I got a base 40, even though it's probably like leather working.
Mhm.
Why didn't you roll? And I fail, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Give me a let me see. Give me or an endurance test for Van.
Endurance test, you say? Hmm.
Yeah, this is at no modifier.
Oh, yep. That's 2 degrees of failure.
All right. Then Van has 1 corruption point from being near unshielded raw warpstone and attempting to fashion some sort of harness for it.
Oh my! Where do I put that?
Corruption point. I think they're on the second page of the character sheet. Because the corruption is also how is sort of the broad mechanic that tracks mutation as well as.
And that's a wild magic for Van.
A wild magic for Van.
Thanks, Mr. Pokey. I'll just put it under psychology.
You know what was really funny is before we came on air, Jim was like, I really want to give you guys some downtime today.
I did. I was like, hoping.
I want to finish my beast.
All right. So yeah.
You said it murder Ludger. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Let's see.
So, Van has
Oh
a
my
corruption
God,
point.
this is awful. Van begins worshipping his spellbook with burnt offerings.
Ooh.
It's the most
What's your-
chaotic thing you can do.
Yeah. What's your spell book?
Well, I mean, I guess my spell book would be my engineering book. That's the only trapping I have from my class. And burned offerings. I mean, I work the forge, so maybe I just become more religious with my my forging. Like I'd start doing more rituals whenever I
Couldn't you
make
go
things.
full American and worship your gun?
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be gay.
fine gun. There are many guns like it, but this one is mine.
Yeah.
And a wild magic for the next person to touch the star from Cleric of God.
Okay.
Enjoy
so,
that, Will.
I mean, honestly, that might be me. Yeah.
because Van has attempted to fashion something for it. Whether or not it will keep it there or not is yet to be seen. You notice your hands as you come away are just irritated and kind of raw, Van. And then, whoever picks it up next.
Jerry will take it, yeah.
All right.
All right. 6'5", 69. Oh my fucking God.
Oh no.
We had a couple of pretty tame wild magics before. Okay, I realize that I have always been a ravenous cannibal.
Oh
I am actual cannibal Jerry LaBeouf.
What is in the drop today?
All right. Okay. All right. Jerry's always been an actual cannibal.
Is he gonna see the bite
I'm a
mark
man
on
eater.
Luca's arm? That that York left there, and be like, actually, that looks like it tastes real good.
Yeah.
Look at that
So
flap of, yeah.
he has so Jerry has this kind of
Hang on a
dark
minute.
realism himself, and his boys are just like, we can take this lugger with us, you know, get him down the sewers.
Yeah. No. Change of plans.
What do you mean,
Change of
Chet?
plans.
What are we doing now?
I'll look after him. I'll take him back to my place, and we'll be better there. I've got a place.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Want us to drop him off there?
Yeah, drop him off at my safe house.
All right.
Lock him up.
You got it, boss. And two of them take a toddler-minded apprentice wizard off to Jerry's safe house.
This is only a matter of time before Matthias comes and kills. Wasted by my own petard. Okay, right, let's get down to the sewers then. Vis-a-vis finding these rats.
Let's get down there. So it's the four of y'all. Is York's disembodied spirit accompanying them, or what's York doing now that you're aware that you're trapped outside your body?
I imagine I'm going to follow this staff. This is where my focus is. I'm going to be keeping quite a close eye on where they're headed, because I might need to go and catch up with Septimus and kind of get them help. So York was kind of torn between that, but he wants to follow, and he can kind of have a look around safely at this point in time.
Okay. All right. Then in that case, everyone else is off towards where exactly are y'all headed?
To the entrance of the sewer. I think we said to the east, but quick sidebar. Can I get some corruption points for being a cannibal?
Oh yes, yeah, definitely. You're definitely going to get a corruption point
You
for
know
being
what I just
accountable.
imagined is Jerry's looking at some of the blood that's not tainted with shit on the floor, and he's like, "That actually looks like ketchup." Like he's got the need to taste some of this blood that's just everywhere.
It's all over the place. Yeah, all over the place. So the deal with corruption is that you accumulate. Corruption can be both physical and mental. And your toughness bonus and your willpower bonus are the benchmarks for how many physical corruption points you can have and how many mental corruption points you have. Once you hit that, we roll on a fun table. You can also lose corruption points by a variety of dark whispers and deals, like you can accidentally shoot an ally or let an enemy go and lose corruption points that way, mentally. So that's sort of a thumbnail for how that all works. All right. The crew heads out to the nearest sewer entrance then.
Yeah.
And you know that there, at most major intersections, there's probably a grate or something. There's a lot of little grates and drainage ditches and the like. Too small of an opening to get, for most people to get through. So you have to go for, I don't know, 2 or 3 blocks. The nearest one is actually east. It's on the main boulevard that separates Freiburg from the Eastgate neighborhood. If that's where y'all want to head.
Okay.
Cool.
That sounds good.
All right. And so you head off that way. For the most part, I don't know that any of you particularly know much about sewers. Does Van have a dwarven lore skill or something like that?
Actually, I didn't take Dwarven lore specifically because I was separated from my father at a young age, so I figured he wouldn't learn as many of the stories. So,
sure. Yes. There you go. So in that case, you guys know nothing about the sewers other than there are a group of sewer jacks employed by the city to, sort of maintain the sewers. And then there's also a group of official rat catchers that work in the sewers as well. Both of those are provided by the Commission on Health, Education, and Welfare.
I've got a mate in the city guard. Could Jerry use his contacts to, I don't know if you'd want to know, just sort of a check-in about what's going on.
Your contact is Conrad.
Okay.
Good, yeah, if you want to. In fact, supposed to be here on his way right now. Good grief.
5 magic items to the party, preferably inexplicably on York's person whenever he finds his way back to his body. Awesome. Thank you.
5 magic items that York brings back from his astral journey.
So,
all right.
In that case, ignore the Conrad thing, and we'll head to the sewers.
All right.
Well,
Septimus
did tell us to reach out to the sewer jacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Maybe we'll just get a guild first.
Rats with 1 stone.
Yeah, with 1 brick. All right. Let's go to a rat catcher's guild first, or whatever fucking thing they got, and check them out.
All right. The Commission for Health, Education, and Welfare, which employs the rat catchers, is at the southern end of the East Gate neighborhood, actually. It's like right by the East Gate. It takes you, in these conditions, about 20 minutes to get there. Streets are crowded. People are talking. Little knots of people are talking about the earthquake and other sorts of things that have gone on. But it's been nearly an hour-ish since that time that you've sort of felt the tremors. And let's see here. You make it to the Commission, which is like a old-fashioned style building. It's sort of 3 stories, a steep pitched roof. It's a very severe and gray building that you can see people milling about in and coming and going from. But it's like a lot of the city structures, sort of big and imposing masonry and slate gray tile roof.
Guess we just fucking go in, don't we?
I don't see a secretary anywhere.
Not outside.
I love secretaries, mate.
Oh Lord, is that better or worse than nuns?
I mean, why not double dip?
Oh Lord, we found a nun secretary, you'd be in heaven. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I started believing then.
So there's a set of double doors that opens up into a lobby, of which there are a bunch of people coming and going or running about. This place is actually sort of a hive of activity. For those of you who are longtime residents of the city, most of the commissions are boring, lazy places that are not nearly this buzz. But you see people running about. There is someone at what looks like a desk of some kind off to the side, who, as you're coming in, she calls you in. Excuse me, can I help you? In here, please.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, love. Jerry. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Hiltrude. I'm the clerk on staff right now, and she looks at all
secretary.
of you. A clerk is a more official title, but secretary, if you prefer. Yes. And you can see that she's wearing the robes and emblem of a Varenan priestess.
Oh, love. Well, me and my friends here want to go down into the sewers, see if we can't find some rats. Now, that's on you.
So you're looking to join the Rat Catchers Union? Have you if you filled out the application then? And she holds her hand out for what she assumes is your application.
No, I skipped that part because I'm too good for it. On the rest of us here, they said to us that we should just turn up, didn't need no application. Because, that's a lot of proving.
I must be mistaken. There's an extensive application process to become a rat catcher with the commission. At the very least, you must demonstrate all manner of physical and mental abilities.
Oh, I'd love to demonstrate my physical prowess to you, love. I could do that right now if you want.
I can't. No, thank you, Jerry. Does anyone else have an application?
I have a question. I have a million pamphlets and bullshitty bits of paper on me. Is there any chance that she would have something like this similar? Maybe she's applied to another commission at some point, or she's pickpocketed someone who has something that's adjacent, if not the exact thing, that I can make a roll to see if I have.
Yeah, I don't know. This would be where you wish you had luck stat or something like that. I don't know.
What if I spent a fate point to do it?
A full fate point?
It's a big, very convenient piece of paper.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, if you want.
I can spend a fortune point.
For the fate point. Yeah, go ahead. You can spend we'll call it a fortune, because it is fortunate that you have your paperwork on you. So yeah, you have
go through and I'll. That thing where women just have handbags full of receipts. I literally go into this one pocket and it's just all this paperwork comes out. I'm sure I got something like that somewhere. and she'll go through and she'll like M&S receipt. That's not the one. And she'll hand over a dog-eared, coffee-stained piece of paper that's like rat
there it
catcher's
is.
commission.
I knew I filled it out.
Thank you very much. This applies for all of you, and you have the specimens that are requisite. No, that's fine. I would have smelled them.
I wouldn't ask Jar about specimens.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure he could
reading-
provide some.
On a different guild. I do spend some time down that bank.
Thank you. There's a. She's sort of like desperately turning away, and as it is, the door is darkened by two gentlemen, just a slack-jawed human, like just a real bumpkin, and the swollest halfling that you've seen. The two of them walk through the.
I look at them hungrily.
Yeah. And the human speaks up. Now we're supposed to go up north. I think she's clearly talking something about to the clerk here. The clerk and the slack-jawed human argue back and forth for a second. Something about sending a group up north to go inspect some damage for the tremors, and the human man is kind of like, well, all right, well, most of us are all over the carnival. There's not many of us around here right now, so
You got us, son.
What's that?
We're willing to help.
Oh,
We're newcomers. Yeah.
Newcomers. We'll take you that. And they see Van, and they're like, "Oh, we got a dwarf with you that you're in. I don't know about the two of you." And then he pointing to Mel and Molly. That's not a very pleasant experience being down in the sewers. That's what we're talking about.
Trust me, they've been through worse. Within the last hour.
Well, all right, that's fine. I don't want to disparage your convenience.
I imagine we probably both have blood on our clothes. From just the sheer volume that came out of York's body, and Mel was right there bandaging him up. Cherry, you're muted.
Oh yeah, you muted, Jerry.
You're muted.
Yo, Dad.
Sorry. Mel went to clean up a little bit, but she'd probably still have some on her jacket.
Yeah. All right.
I got guys shitting all over my boys' room right now, so.
Oh, well, I mean, that sounds unfortunate. I'm glad that that's not something that happened to you. But, well, I tell you what, we're going to go get the rest of the boys and we'll go round them up. Roscoe here will tell you everything you need to know about the sewers, though. And the halfling, sticks around and while the human walks off. It looks as though your paperwork is in order, by the way. The priestess has stamped it.
So what do we need to know there, Roscoe? Roscoe isn't.
Yeah, Roscoe Threestone is his name. So, I tell you what, listen. You've never been down there before, have you? He looks at all.
Drunk once.
I only have the dump off body. I mean, no.
Get rid of refuse. We work in a pub.
I see. Well, work in a pub. I understand how it goes. So listen, it's going to smell. It's going to stink. And everybody but you, he points at Van, you're going to get your head bumped, and you're probably going to get a lot of shit all over your hair. So you should probably cover it up or something like that.
Sorry.
And as he sort of goes on,
I'd be the tallest one.
right? There's all kinds of things down there. There's all big rats. There's other maybe lizards that live in the albinos.
You know about the rats?
Well, I mean, of course.
You know about the big rats?
Yeah, I've seen big rats all the time. Are that what you're looking for?
Real big
How big
ones.
a rat have you seen?
Yeah, what's the biggest rat you've ever seen?
One time I was sitting down there, right? Okay. So I opened up the grate. I was down by myself. I didn't want to bring anybody else with me. I had to check a pipe, do a valve. It's how it goes. Anyway, I was down there, and in the glint of my lantern light, I could have sworn it looked back at me and sat right up. And it was the biggest darn thing I've ever seen. It was as big as a dog. It's easily 2-3 feet long, and the tail tail. I don't know. We don't even want to talk about their tails anyway. And as
He's
he's
wearing
sort
a
of
cloak.
Yeah, did he have daggers?
Y'all been drinking?
Well,
I mean, that's beside the point. We work at a pub. Well, I don't work, but basically.
Yeah, well, you mind the stalls.
Yeah, the stall. That's fine. Listen, they wouldn't wear no clothes. They wouldn't wear anything like that. That's bizarre. I don't know who told you what's all going on down there, but it's just a bunch of big-ass rats and sewer lizards and shit. And shit especially. So, I mean, that's all.
How big are the lizards?
I mean, they get like 5 or 6 feet long. You got to carry around a sack of meat just to feed it to them so they don't come after you.
Mm. So you don't
Do they carry
engage.
guns?
Guns? No, you shouldn't. Well, first off, you shouldn't carry guns either. There's explosive gases down there that'll kill you.
Well, that's good information. She puts her gun away, gets her shank out.
And at this point, he starts to like go and inspect each one of you. He's like, "What kind of things do you have? Well, you're gonna need new boots for that, and a better cloak, and that. You don't want to take that thing down there." And Wick's like, "What you got this for, right? Wick, who do you think's down in them sewers?" And he's just sort of berating
I've got a
each
brick.
You've got a brick. Like a brick in a sock.
Yeah.
And I pull out my new pick hammer and be like, this should do. Hmm?
Oh, that'd be just fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, that. Mm-hmm.
I got the knife Molly gave me.
Oh yeah, knife. That's real good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pistol you won't keep away. And he's just rambling on and talking before the human comes back. And he's got like 5 others with him. And at that, the clerk is just. Well, if Detlef and Roscoe think that you're qualified, we can get you badges tomorrow and go through your induction. For now, just help out as best you can. She shoos you on her way as goes back to whatever paperwork she has.
While that bit was going on, could I kind of float around in my spectrally form, and can I have a look? Like while the clerk is thumbing through paperwork and have a look through, obviously I can't turn pages, but is there anything that looks like it's weird ordnance or particularly like orders that have come up through high or anything to look out for? Nothing that stands out to me.
Yeah, give me a perception check first off. What would be to see sort of what's on her desk and spot it, because you can't manipulate anything. You're just having to like watch as she's moving things around.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I always roll first before I look at this. Perception. So that's going to be a minor failure, if that's the thing.
Yeah. Yes. No negative success levels.
Yeah.
Otherwise. So yeah, as you are, you're looking over the desk, you're looking over everything. You catch a glimpse of a piece of paper for just long enough that has the seal of the watch on it, of words that just jump out to you as you're just like scanning quickly the like 3 paragraphs of handwritten text that are on it, and you see maybe tremor or vibration or something, but the paper is put in another pile and stuff's on top of it. Yeah, that's what York manages to see.
Cool. I'll just take that in. I'll make a mental note.
Okay. If that's the case, then gentlemen, ladies, we're ready to go. And you sort of get the impression Detlef is a sewer jack. He is there. He manages the sewers and just keeps things flowing. Roscoe is the rat catcher. And he's got like a big club with like hobnails studded down the length of it, and just a really long, sharp dagger, more like a stiletto, as well as all sorts of cages and bait and the like with him. And the group of you walk up the broad boulevard to the northern end of the Eastgate district. And anything y'all do on the way?
I, Roscoe, and ever go out for any gang tattoos?
Roscoe has a gang tattoo on his arm, like prominent, and like it's one of the Kleinmood gangs, one of the halfling gangs that are active in the city.
I like make eyes to the others about the tattoo, but don't say anything. I also am just like covered head to toe in tattoos as well. Like I've got like the level of fog where I have like tattoos running up my neck and shit. It's
Just all
other than that, I'll try and keep it quiet.
Yeah.
It's like a big wedge of cheese tattoo which runs up my neck. Gouda.
Oh my god.
You want to Goudas, boys? Big Gouda. All right. So you get to it, and as you get to you approach the northern end of the Eastgate district, you notice one thing that you do not see. Normally, the Eastgate skyline is dominated by the Royal College of Magic. It's a massive domed building. You can see it on that map there in the sort of northeastern corner of of Middenheim, just below the great park at the north. It is gone. You do not see its dome rising above the slate roofs of the surrounding houses and buildings. And there's a great big crowd of people that are clogging that central square that would otherwise be in front of it.
I look at Roscoe. What's going on?
Wow, no yet. I mean, I heard from some of the boys that this thing, roof of this thing collapsed. And, well, you know, we got up here as fast as we could. So, but this is my first time seeing it. You know.
All right, let's take a look.
Mm-hmm. The roof is indeed collapsed, and part of the Royal College, the wall of it has even collapsed inward, leaving behind a sort of a semicircle of standing masonry and just a mass of crumbling marble and brick and other materials in it and the surrounding streets. Excuse me, some of the other streets around here, it looks like they suffered some damage. Some have great big cracks running through them, broken glass, tiles falling off the roofs and the like. But the City Watch, and it looks like there are a good number of them here, are keeping sort of everyone from getting in the rubble and everything. And it looks like there's a group of dwarves as well as other sewer jacks and the like who are surveying the damage.
So it was the Wizards College.
Well, it was you said it was the Wizards?
Isn't that what that is? That what you said? It was the Royal Wizard College.
The Royal College of Music. Did I say magic? Music.
Oh,
this
no,
is like
I must have misheard. Sorry.
This is the music college. I might have said magic.
No guy lost.
It was the bard.
Yeah.
Bards are always trying to fuck everything up. They always try to fuck everything, even if it's just up.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's get us past this thing. And the two yokels get you past the watchmen who are otherwise trying to keep everybody out. And Roscoe is like, well, we got to go see what's done underneath here, right? Because if it's an earthquake, then all these people's basements and cellars, we just got to check them out real quick. That's it.
All right, take a look around.
Yeah, and he leads you over to the nearest sewer grate. What's that, Van?
I was just saying. Well, let's head on then.
All right. I'm about to give you guys a little map here. Actually, it's kind of a big map. So. All right.
We know it's serious when Jim gives us a map.
Yeah, one is a map, and it's called Undercity.
Kind of ginormous.
Boy, she's big.
Yeah. Yep. All of the maps.
All right, mine's still loading.
All right. So while that's loading, Roscoe leads you over to a locked grate that is tucked away between two rather large buildings, with a set of jangling skeleton keys that he pulls out of a belt pouch. Roscoe rifles through them and unlocks one of them, and leads you down into a tight spiral staircase that that will eventually deposit you in one of an old tunnel near where the sewers are. Let's get some of y'all's tokens on there as well. So we got Jerry. No, I don't know. I think because you guys don't have character sheets yet, I can't assign these tokens. But Van, do you have your token?
That's okay.
I mean, I'm logged into Fantasy Grounds, and I can see my token. Yeah, there we are.
I can see him and move him around. It's all good.
Awesome, sweet, excellent. Well, then you guys can move them around if you like. So it's this tight sort of spiraling staircase that the further down you get, the more closed the confines everything gets. The tunnel where you are is wide enough for two of you to walk side by side, but not comfortable enough for that level of closeness. Roscoe takes the and lights a hooded lantern and is basically like, well, we're just gonna go walk around here. A lot of these old tunnels, I think this one right here is built by cultists a while back, but sometimes like smugglers and people who just want to be able to leave their basement without their wives seeing them or anything. And sometimes they dig into doors and, what's that? And he
I'm just looking at Jerry.
This whole thing is so new to me that it's struck me with such. It's so odd. I'd never know why anyone wants to do any of those things.
Mm-hmm. He takes out a thick bandana of some kind and ties it over his face and stuffs what looks like an herb poultice pouch in it as well. You might want to cover up your noses. It's going to get really bad here real quick. If you got something strong to smell, that'll help you out. But otherwise, I hear dwarves sometimes just piss on the beards. That's all they have to do to keep all the smell.
I gave up that practice for Lent.
All right, well, then it's on you then.
Molly's gonna pull out a small vial of perfume that she was gifted by some. It's like a small, you get those sample bottles for Christmas, like the little tiny. I think she'll get that out, and she's gonna dab her handkerchief with it, and tie that up, and she'll offer it to Mel. I just hope that no one's gonna think too much about the fact that she has this perfume that smells oddly like another perfume.
Yep.
Yeah, Van will just take a bandana and tie off.
Bandana, but fill it with drugs for Jerry.
Now, where is disembodied York at this time?
So I'm really muted. I couldn't unmute myself. I guess I'm just following along. I'm kind of enjoying that they're about to suffer.
Okay.
And I'm really kind of starting to think over and over and over of how I can get out of here. Do I know of any other way I might be able to wake myself up?
I mean, there's probably ways. None of them occur to you off the top of your head. Quite honestly, that amethyst magic is the magic of spirits and things like that.
Yeah, but he's going to be so angry with me, Jim. He's going to be angry. So I'm gonna float along until I think of an answer.
Okay, sounds good.
And I've got no way to communicate. I can't. Can I try and knock a pebble or try and do something?
Yeah, I think I'd let you spend. What is it? I forget the new one. Not fortune. It's the resilience. Yeah, I'd let you spend resilience to do it. I think resilience comes back when you work through motivation. I think.
Yeah, I think I'll save it up for now, just because there's nothing I really want to communicate. But yeah, I'll bear that in mind if I want to try and knock something over or do something useful.
Cool.
Float a coin at us like Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. So Roscoe just he directs some of his others that are down with me. You guys go check down there, and he kind of turns to the group of you. Now that's your first time down here, so why don't you just go check the cellars and stuff? Everybody, don't go poking through no locked doors or anything like that, but just keep an eye out for any cracks, anything. He rounds the corner. There's a section that's been collapsed in down here to the south.
We'll do you
him
proud.
looking at it. All right.
Once he's gone, I whisper in, I'm like, can't trust him. You're one of the halfling gangs. See his tattoo?
There's good to have
Can't
beef
trust.
with him.
Can't trust.
Can I do a gossip roll to see what our current relationship is with the halfling gang?
You can't
Hey,
trust gangsters.
Right.
Ready, Jerry?
What?
Hey.
That's like 1 degree of failure.
Okay.
When have I ever told you to trust me? Fucking hell. I wouldn't trust me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you're not sure. The halflings of the Kleinmoot, they kind of keep to themselves. It's mostly just that, like they work hard to keep the influence of the old quarter gang and the Southie
We got
gangs out.
problems with the Northeast, problems with the Easties, the Westies are coming in, and now we got the Arfies, and the Undies are the ones we're gonna go and check out.
I don't know. It might behoove us to put the halfling gangs. They could be allies. We should at least put them on the short list for the allies, right?
Yeah.
Arfies and Southies, join ranks. Wait, are we Southies or are we Easties? I've lost track.
I thought y'all were Easties.
I think we're
We're not.
Easties, right?
I think so.
We're
Sorry?
Hearsies is what we are. We ain't from anywhere fucking else but here, as far as I'm concerned. The rest of them all fucking foreigners.
Right.
Well, yeah. My father, he came from Reichland and he settled here, and we're not fucking foreigners.
There is a.
And you've got so
Guaranteed
many
as well,
mouths to feed, and they come in with these great big families. How many kids you got now, Joe?
I never count now. I don't know. I know how many of them are mine, do I? I just give them drugs and leave. That's all they want.
How many bricks did you have to give for Christmas? Or Ulrichmas?
Ulrich. Listen, let's just check the fucking cells, and I'm gonna start heading my way up.
Yeah. I'll move.
All right.
And Van is going to actually take one of his pistols. He's one of those. He's not really going to listen to the halfling about the whole pistol thing when he probably should. But what he will do is take his hat and wrap it around a pistol to try to keep it dry.
Okay.
So he can have one prepared.
Gotcha. And so you guys are headed up there to check out that. This room up north looks like it's someone's walled off cellar. The walls to both the south and the east appear new construction. They are not load bearing walls. Even just Van can look at it and know that. But that's what looks like is up here. There looks like maybe a ladder or something that leads up to the ceiling, but the ladder has been retracted. So what are y'all looking for down here in the sewers is what I'm...
That was my question too, Jim. I lost track somewhere along the line about what we're doing down here.
What we're doing
It's
down here, lad?
I mean, I think we were trying to find...
undies.
Yeah, we were trying to find the undies. Trying to find evidence of the Skaven.
That's right, the filthy undies. That's
We
right.
think there's a big conspiracy going on, what they've been trying to cover up by telling everyone to kill the dogs who are good at killing rats. And we've seen the rats, and then there's fucking earthquake, which probably is to do, vis-a-vis is a rat earthquake. Ergo de facto, gotta kill the rats.
Rat quake. Got it.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't worry,
Very
Mel.
good.
And I'll
But yeah,
have Mel
Ferris-
my spare hip flask.
Yeah, Ferris said that it was down below the sewer, so we need to maybe try to find how to get even lower than where we
Yeah,
are.
we've got to get lower than this. Well, now we found our way into the sewers, we can lose this Joker. I point down the sewer to Roscoe. We'll find our way down.
Roscoe and a bunch of the other rat catchers and sewer jacks are sort of looking at the damage to one of these tunnels here, and you can smell to the south of you is where you can really smell the sewage coming from.
Follow your nose. Off you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
I sniff in my drug handkerchief as I get further. Well, it's good.
It's legitimately a thing. It's fine.
All right. I'll head down. So there's a bunch of damage here. All of the the city workers are standing around discussing it. All about how much work it's going to be. None of that. You overhear little snippets of we're in the main sewer line or anything like that. Just be easy enough to just patch up. But it looks like there's an access corridor or something down here to the south.
Okay. And we'll go check it out.
Okay. I am going to need... Well, not just yet. I'll let you know.
How low do you think these undies go?
Pretty fucking far.
All the way if you do it right, darling.
Yeah, here it is.
There it is.
You are filthy.
At least to the ankles.
You can kind of see this.
It's not too far on the dwarf.
I was about to say.
Can I actually at this point try and get ahead and have a good look at, make sure they're not walking into a trap?
Sure, York can do that. So as York sort of like is moving on ahead of where you're at, everyone else is at this access tunnel. It looks like there's a second parallel corridor that runs both north and south. You can all hear coming from sort of the south of this T intersection the sound of running water. But from the north, the smell is equally potent, regardless of the direction that you're pointed. Although I don't think you'd have a sense of smell. I think maybe you just have sight. Yeah. Anyway, so which way does York go as you're trying to keep ahead of everybody else?
I'm gonna go down. I think everything's going down.
There's a little bit of thing here. There's little cobwebs and stuff, and looks like another tunnel running to the east.
I'm guessing that's how far I've got without. I can't get that far ahead of them. I'm guessing so. I'm guessing they can pick their direction and.
Yeah. So as everyone else gets into this intersection, what direction do y'all go? You can hear sort of running water from the south, nothing from the north, but all of these smells are equally potent.
The sound of water, maybe. Sewers and water and all that.
Your rats are going to want something to drink, right? They go where the water is.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
It's going good. All right.
Smells terrible.
Yeah, Mel's just sitting in the back watching.
Your friends are pursuing you. How far ahead do you stay ahead? Do you stay from them?
I'll stay like 20 to. Ooh, the map's doing weird things for me. 20 to 30 feet ahead. I'll kind of be at the next room. I don't want to get too far ahead, but I just want to know if I've got to try and do something. I've got a second to do it.
Gotcha. All right. York comes out of this tunnel and sees ahead of him, stretching into the darkness, one of the main sewer lines.
Like, I feel like I'm gonna vomit just at the thought of this, but then I realise, shit, I'm okay, and I will step down into the sewage, and I'm guessing just kind of submerged. How deep is it?
It is about 3 feet deep, and yeah, and it's sort of like flowing in a steady stream around York. Although in this case, you're not really.
Yeah, it's flowing through me,
flowing
and I'm
through.
I'm gonna position myself here, and I'm really gonna enjoy just watching everyone have to lower themselves into sewage.
All right, that sounds good.
I'm not gonna run off everywhere. I realise that these fuckers have dragged me through a lot, and I'm gonna enjoy every minute of this.
All right, you guys can hear running water. Who's this up front? This is Jerry up front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's got the lantern now? Or does anyone have a lantern?
I suppose I could see Mel taking care of that.
Yeah.
You're the tallest, so you could hold it up high for us.
That's right.
Yeah, let's take a look down here. I hear the fucking water down here.
Yeah.
Here it is. Fuck. They smell good, but the drugs are very nice.
Yeah, you can see this sort of river of sewage that's flowing from the north down this little bend and then eastward.
Well, shall we head into the shit or try the North Passage?
No.
Hold on. We need to work out how we got from in here somewhere to our pub. That means there must be a sewer that connects. So if we head that way, back towards Wolf's Head, maybe we can figure that out. Right?
Oh, through the sewage.
I mean, I guess I'm not very good with maps, so especially when there isn't one.
You sure you don't want to check the not sewage before we go into the
I
sewage?
mean, it's headed up, but it's headed up that way, and that's where another one is. So it probably connects up there. There might be a bridge or something. Let's take a look around the other side first, and then decide. I don't want to get my boots all, it's all shitty.
All right. So you turn back from the sewage.
So I'm back from the sewage, head up north, I guess, and see if there's a non-sewage way there.
I can hear Rat's disappointment. Or, sorry, York's.
Yeah, I can sense it.
Probably both. Alright, and up here. Off we go.
Alright.
Boom. No shit so far.
And then in here, I'd like Jerry to make me a perception. Actually, really, everybody make me a perception test.
Yeah.
No. Up here is a rounded room, it looks like. Oof.
Ugh.
Man, that's rough.
Been rolling like shit all day.
Yeah, I guess I don't. Man, there's not a lot of noise down here. You can sort of hear the crowds up above you, hear the running water, but you don't really hear anything else. You notice that there's several other sort of passageways heading off to the side, and what might be a door at the very far end that you can kind of see. But that's really all you can tell from here.
I might have. Yeah, I'm 49, so.
Okay. Oh, yes. Jerry.
All right.
Or Mel did, rather. Mel, you can hear from somewhere in the halls, there's sort of an echoing something, but you are positive that you heard some sort of rodent-like squeaking.
I feel there's something up there and it's squeaking. It sounds like a rat, and praying it's a regular one. Jesus Christ.
There's gonna be normal rats down here, remember?
I'm sure, but
You're sure?
I can hear it with my fucking elf ears.
Yes.
I have a meta
Yeah.
question. Did Dad actually tell us anywhere about where the works were that he was near, or did we not actually get that answer in the end?
I don't think you actually got that answer. He kind of described the basic layout of the Undercity, which is sort of like the sewers, and then there are parts connected to these upper tunnels.
Okay.
But that you got the impression that there were levels deeper than the sewers that he was in. Yeah, I think.
I
he
just
was
couldn't
never,
remember what the outcome was.
yeah, he was never very clear. He suggested there was multiple levels underneath the Undercity, but that he refused to kind of talk about it, and that's when he made Van promise to not go down here.
Good son
Okay.
award goes to.
While these guys are in here, can I walk, as Jerry said that he thinks it connects back up, can I walk further down this sewage run
Sure.
to have a peek while they're walking down their way?
Yep. And as York does, you pass by 4 partially submerged bodies of radmen hiding. Their snouts and heads are just above the sewage, right? They're not. It's just like kind of coming up to the chin, but they are otherwise in the water.
Yeah, York's gonna panic. Again, you can kind of suss out the timing for this. He's gonna attempt to run through these rat men. Actually, I don't know. That's the way. I'm gonna go back the way that I came and try and catch up the party because I don't know that they come out of that end.
Okay.
So I'll put myself there as in like a round's worth. I think that puts me somewhere about the time that they've taken.
Sure.
Well, yeah, at this point it's like, well, you know what, I reckon we should probably split up. Take a look down each one of these places. Dude, through the fucking rats, because, I mean, there can't be many of them. You know, we just got to shove them out, just like any other gang turf war. Trying to fuck off, away from Middenheim, and they'll get out of here. So,
Are you sure they'll listen to reason?
no, I've got to fucking kill them. So I get the message.
I like it.
And
Like
they,
you can,
open
you can
it.
see people ahead of you as you're making your way back. That's work. So the rest of you are standing here at this bend, sort of discussing which way to go, what you're going to do with these creatures when you find them. Who makes the first move?
Well, who's gonna go with who then, Jerry?
I'll take
If
either
you
one
want
of you.
us to start.
Who wants some?
I'm gonna look at Mel to see what she thinks because she's the most sensible person I know.
Well, me and Van can always take it if you guys are too scared. We can go ahead.
It's not about scared. It's about the fact that one of these things nearly killed you. You know.
I ain't afraid, love. Almost killed me. No one can kill fucking Jerry. I'll kill
With-
him and
with
I'll
all
eat
the-
him.
With all the back and forth going on, have I got time to get in front now? Can I run through these guys?
Our own bickering was our savior.
Yeah. Using one of my points, can I pick up a stone and just drop it into this puddle to make a loud splash?
Yeah.
I will do that. I'll pick up as big a thing as I'm able and aim to make a bigger noise as possible.
Oh my fuck shit.
What in the hell?
Yeah, it's like a giant, big ass rock or stone.
They're fucking attacking us.
Yeah.
I
you guys
don't
are right.
see.
Big ass
Don't
splash.
see anything.
Something moved out there.
Jerry,
I'm going in.
You want to okay. Have fun.
Molly is actively hiding behind Van. She has made herself a tiny human and is ducking behind Van.
I say, Moles, and it's a pistol if I'm going up here.
Oh, all
You
right,
can't.
Jerry.
No pistols. Remember.
Van's holding his hat up like.
Wait, isn't Jerry
he's wrapped.
smoking? Isn't Jerry smoking the whole time?
Always smoking.
Just
Yeah.
make
Sure,
sure
no.
it explodes away from you, Jerry. Just aim it away. Get the
Yeah,
rat man
I
with
know.
the bang.
I'm fine. It gets closer.
Mel's gonna pull
Right.
out the knife because she doesn't know what the.
I get my brick out in one hand. I got my pistol in the other. I got my bag in my mouth, and I'm gonna go find this fucker.
Jerry, lead with the brick, please. Lead with the fucking brick.
With all the anger of Brexit behind him, Jerry is gonna.
And he's hungry.
this.
He's got a meal waiting for him at home.
I'm hungry. Yeah.
Let's see what's this for. So there is a sort of tunnel to your south that sort of continues onward. Difficult to see. The ceiling on it is rather low. You can't quite tell what's there, but it is the beginning of this sewage stream that you're in. This sort of circular room here is more of like a cistern or something. You can see open up the top. There's like a big open grate that leads up to the street above. You can occasionally see people passing above it. So this room is filled with a type of natural light. But otherwise, that is what you see. It looked like there was another passageway heading up that you could have passed. That's where you're at right now.
Jerry, what do you see? What was it?
I can't see fuck all, mate. I'm gonna like start skirting my way around the pool here to try and get a better look down this tunnel where I saw something splash in the water.
This tunnel right here is low and arched, and the difference between the top of the water and the top of the ceiling is really like 4 feet. There's stuff floating in it, right? There's debris that's washed in from the streets. There's all sorts of just trash, we'll call it, that's floating around in here and forms sort of a flotsam on top of the stream. So it's kind of difficult to tell, but it looks clear. There's nothing standing in there.
Seems clear. I can't see fucking anything. Maybe it was from the door. Someone lobbed it from down here, maybe. Come out, wherever you are. I'm going to start heading across to where I see the door.
Okay. There is a door. It looks like a wooden door, not particularly stout. Looks a bit rotten at the bottom from all the moisture and mildew that's down here. But you do not see... it doesn't look, it's not like open or anything like that. There's no light coming from underneath the door.
I call back. All right, looks clear. You can come up.
And yeah, Van will move across the cistern.
All right.
Molly is just holding on to Van's like top and just following. Dwarf
And then,
body in front of her.
I'm going to
Alright.
check the door. Is it locked?
where's York? It is locked, but it doesn't seem very solid. I think York.
You're
I think
muted.
you might.
York, if
I
you
was-
can hear us, reach
Yeah.
across from the
From
other
the other
side.
side. Yeah, move on. All right.
Perhaps we should form a seance.
Yeah, Jerry, you're trying the door. It's not. It's locked, but it doesn't appear very solid, right? It's kind of a flimsy
Okay.
door.
Like, Van, give us a hand.
Oh, of course.
I can come over and look like I can probably just like pop this with my hammer, maybe, and
Probably so. Yeah,
yeah,
probably so. Gonna make
So-
it the strength check.
just a straight strength check.
Yeah, we'll just do that. Yeah.
Shit.
There's no.
Holy crap!
Oh, fuck.
There you go.
Oh,
3 degrees of
okay.
success.
Oh, well then.
I helped.
Van, I felt your muscles move. That's pretty impressive.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, you ain't sure nothing yet, dearie.
I look at him with a new respect and a slightly envious look at the amount of meat that's on his arms.
Yeah. So Van,
Yeah.
you
Good
pop the
job,
lock.
darling.
You pop the lock on this thing, and the door sort of swings open inwardly, and you see it's another one of these sort of bricked up cellars that come along and closed up. It has it's a different smell in here.
Is it
If I...
a recognizable smell?
Yeah. You've smelled it on your dad. You smelled it on Rolled.
And Van will point that out.
Don't you remember?
Got old man
This is what
smell,
they
yeah.
smelled like.
Feels like an old dwarf.
Must be getting close.
Can you
If
hear me
I
now,
look-
guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you are.
Sorry, I don't want to stop things. Carry on.
Molly's just gonna check behind us to make sure we're not being like snuck up on because she's really like spooked. She's kind of impressed by Van and that kind of made her feel a little bit better, but she's still really spooked about that pebble.
Go ahead and
Very
make
spooky
go
couple.
ahead and, make me a perception test then.
Ooh, 34. Molly, what do you have in your stuff? 31. So close. Can I spend some luck points?
I mean, you can spend
I
fortune
wish-
points as a roll.
Oh, that's true. I can.
That's
Yeah.
that's what we got there.
That's better. 11. That's 2 degrees of success.
You still hear the occasional squeaks of something rodent-like here. You no longer hear the sewer jacks talking. Their conversation was echoing through the tunnels for a while. You no longer hear that. It's just the soft rush of sewage and the occasional squeak of some unseen rodent thing.
I don't think this was our best plan. I think we've had better plans than this.
Oh,
At this point, York is so frustrated that he's tried to signal people. They've not picked up on it. He's just going to bolt back. He's going to realise the only person that can help him is Septimus. So he's going to just bolt back to the Mage's College.
Meta Molly is like, well, what the fuck did you want us to do with a rock being thrown, York? Come on, give us a sign.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll step into the room. Take a look around.
It smells. It smells a lot like that crazy person that y'all found at beneath the Shalien Temple. It smells a lot like Van smelled. It's a mixture of sewage and urine and musk.
Smells like my boys' room. All right. I guess.
There's no other way out of this room.
Oh, I can tell, but there's a staircase back up north, so we might take a look around there.
Yeah, the staircase was heading down for that one, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Deeper.
You know, I think I got a hole in my boot. I can feel water coming in.
Yeah. Is there any
Van wants to just have a quick look around in this room. Just kind of walk around, like testing the walls with his hammer, kind of tapping, see if he can.
Yep.
What kind of roll would you like? Just seeing if there's any other way out of here.
if you have any kind of engineering or architect roles, if you're looking for that sort of thing, like if you have masonry, architect, I'm not sure if that's the sort of engineering that you've been.
I mean, I have trade engineering, whether or not that covers architecture.
No, that would be a lore. That's a lore skill that I'm thinking of. In that case, it'll either be just a perception roll to detect it, or I think that's kind of really it. Unless you would. I think you might know if you had the advanced skill.
Oh, buddy!
Oh, wow! Yes,
a 3 and a 6. So that's 3 degrees of success.
So
Oh,
Van's
Jesus
off in here.
Christ, man.
Yeah, Van's off in here by himself, and you notice several things as you are just tapping about the room. There's sort of just fur all over the place down here, mostly brown and grayish fur that's long, thick, and wiry, clumped up in the corners and in the cracks along the flagstones here. Someone's done a very good job of bricking this place up to make it look like older construction. But you're just kind of tapping on it. It feels, particularly this wall to the south, it feels both not very sturdy and sort of like not very well made either. That is what you're able to discern with that.
So it's probably more recent construction that is made to look old. Is that what I'm inferring from your description?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We will tell everyone that.
Okay.
There's something funny about this wall. I don't know if it's a fake wall, a secret passage. Perhaps we could break through it.
Well, you got that hammer thing. I don't like it down here. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, if it's a fake wall, is it hiding something? So it could be smugglers, could be rats. I say we give it a look.
Well, look at this fur. There's tons of it here.
Yeah.
And so, Van's going to go to this wall and see if he can either find a way to open it or, kind of test the bricks and see if maybe he can push through it.
It is it is hollow on the other side. Like just tapping on it, it has a different resonance than the solid rock around it. You don't think it's load bearing, you know, but it also does not extend. You know, it doesn't extend that far up. It stops about 5 feet up. Looks like it's bricking over something that's about 5 feet tall. The entire ceiling in this particular room is more like 7 feet. It's actually quite tall.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Van's just going to find that part that's hollow, and he's just going to put a shoulder into it. See if maybe he can dislodge some of these stones. And I'm going to go ahead and use one of my nat 20s for that strength check.
Strength check, okay.
I want to get through this wall.
Yeah. You smash through the wall, and you don't go very far. There's really only like a 2 foot or so space behind it, right? And it's you kind of smash through it. There's a lattice work on the other side of some kind that's sort of holding all these bricks together, and you almost sort of push through what might be some sort of sliding mechanism or some kind that would otherwise get these bricks out of the way. You just kind of like demolish all of it as you half shoulder your way through with your pick here. And on the space behind is a ladder leading up, and the smell here is stronger. The musky smell.
Just there's probably their secret way up into the city. Perhaps they have a lair up there.
He'll kind of pull some of the bricks out of the way.
Yeah. And then, so you're pulling some of the bricks out of the way. What's everybody else doing while Van's doing this?
Mel would come over with the lantern, and if he needs help with anything higher up, she can try to help him. She's not very strong, but...
All right.
Molly
I'd get my hand.
is
Jerry's giving him a hand. How about
I'll
Molly?
brick it with my brick.
Molly is like just hovering near
Bricks
Van
it?
and Jerry and just keeping an eye on like behind us. She's getting like she doesn't like it. Paranoia from the Wild Magic Surge from last time, I think, is like kicking back in.
Yeah. So give me one last perception test then, or one next perception test for Molly. Is everybody else sort of clearing things away? Molly doesn't see much. It's dark down here. There's only the lantern. And where are you exactly? Are you in the room, or are you still in the hallway there for Molly?
I'm wherever Van is. I'm like hovering real close to him right now. He is my dark sewer buddy.
Yeah, so then you're all in this room and trying to keep a lookout. You don't think you see anything, but the lantern light in here, the pale daylight that's filtering in through the grate from where the cistern is, weird shadows are all over the place, and there's strange noises all abound for Molly. And as they're clearing away the bricks from this, seemingly oblivious to what's going on, that's when Molly sees a clawed and furred hand throw something in the room, vaguely globular shaped, and then shut the door that you had just closed.
Oh no!
Next week, what exactly happens?
Oh no!
She just screams. She can't even like find words to articulate. Just seeing this thing come out of the dark, and it just screams. That's how she can articulate what is going on in this moment. Just whole body, gut tearing, throat ripping scream comes out of her.
Right. Excellent.
Holy moly. Well, that's good. Not well. Fuck,
I'm sure
that's,
it'll be fine.
You really did quite literally walked into that one, so fair play.
Who's holding
But
the staff, by the way?
I think it's
Jerry's
me still.
handful.
Jerry's
Oh yeah, you're
still
right.
has
Yeah,
it.
I've got.
We still have the
Brick
staff
in
then.
it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah. So we'll pick up there.
It's tucked in his belt.
I tucked my. It's like coming out the back of me. I like tucked it like how like you can tuck guns in the back of your pocket. He's tucked like a staff into the back of his jeans. Oh,
Perfect.
All right, well, that's where tonight's episode of The Great Conspiracy is going to end, my friends, but fear not, because we've got Star Trek coming up with you in just a few seconds' time, so stay with us for that. And, of course, let's open up a giveaway in the chat for a set of tabletop loot dice for you guys here as well. Exclamation point loot there in the chat. But let's go round. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? Let's start off with Jim. How was that tonight, Jim?
Excellent. I love playing with full crew because everything is just that much more delicious. Love the interactions with everybody and how this little conspiracy is unfolding as you uncover little bits and pieces. So having a great time with it. Yeah.
Fantastic stuff. Where can we find you online, Jim? Did we say that? I wasn't.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I know where you can find me online. Find us online.
I know that you can find me. That's what's important.
I know.
You can find me online at The Real Jim Davis on Twitter. We, of course, have a YouTube channel, WebDM, where Pruitt and I host that. We have a Twitch channel where we play on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday evenings, D&D and Invisible Sun on those channels. So come check us out. We love RPGs. We love just, bullshitting about them and all that other kind of business.
Fantastic stuff. There it is. That's the sales pitch. All right, then. What about Charlie?
It's so much fun playing this game. It's always a wacky adventure, and I'm pretty sure we're just going to accidentally walk into all of the plot points. Probably backwards while trying to head in a different direction. But yeah, best time. So glad to have Jerry back, and so glad to have Mel back. You can find me at Frost from Fire on the Twitters, no O in the from. I stream here on Wednesdays with Warhammer and Fridays with Roll Up at 5 p.m. We're doing City of Mist at the moment, and we have the wonderful Metamancer joining me this week to do some more character building. I'm also on Scarscus's channels on Mondays and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. I DM Call of Cthulhu, and I also play in some D&D. So I'm around.
Fantastic. Round, get around. All right, Cherry, same question. How was that today?
A lot of fun. Glad we saved York from dying. And I was really glad to be back. I'll be hitting up GTA later with drugs. I'll be doing what Jerry does, but in a spy way. Before I head off to TwitchCon, I'm actually going there for the weekend, and then I'll be back to come play with you guys next week. Jerry Babom for Twitch, Jerry Babom7 for my Twitter. Be on.
Fantastic stuff. And Pruitt, how was that, my friend?
That was, having the whole group together. This is Always Sunny in Middenheim. I mean, today were some prime examples of just absolute just beauty as far as RP, completely unrelated to the plot. Love playing with you guys. I'm just imagining Van right now as he's going through all of this underground, and York's ghost totally ghosting him as Unchained Melodies plays in the background. But yeah, I can't wait to see what fresh hell has been unleashed upon us next week. I'm Pruitt. I'm the other half of WebDM. As Jim said, we have games, we got shows. We have a Patreon. Maybe you want to check that out if you want a little extra content, podcast, extra shows. We got a big thing coming up next week. I think we'll check our Twitter. We got some big announcements for upcoming goodness. So, yeah, until next week.
Fantastic. Yep. Last but not least. Wait, no. Last but most least, Gareth. God damn it.
Have you ever done that to someone like you genuinely care about and said, last but mostly? And no, sorry, that's meant for Gareth. I didn't mean to offend you. Because one day you're going to do it and you're going to feel really bad that you lumped them in with me. So good. Like, nearly spontaneously dying 7 times over. This session was amazing. Just springing a leak of all my blood was incredibly fun. And like this whole thing at the end, I could quite say, yeah, they're going to die. Ew, how are they going to die when I'm nice and safe? And I did my bit. I tried to, they didn't get the clue, so fuck them. But no, I'm running back to, I've got a whole shit of trouble coming to me at my end, and hopefully these guys survive. If not, we'll just do one-on-one. You can DM for me, Jim, and we'll just do 3 hours of solo DM. That'll be much better without them anyway. That's how it always needed to be, Jim. Just me and you.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you could just play it on your own, Gareth, and save Jim.
Yeah.
and all these like 80 to 90 people, just save them having to look at me ever again. I'm actually doing something. I'm not just a rotund man who sits on the internet and plays roleplay. I'm going to the UK Comic Con on Saturday, so if you see me, come and give me a wave. Like, that's it. Please don't approach me or ask for my autograph. I'm pretty famous. Big deal. I'm Jim Davis now. All right.
Jim fucking Davis.
Is that your cosplay for the weekend?
Yeah. Send nudes from Gareth. That's why I'm going to MCM Comic Con. I'm going to pick up my shipment that Gareth has prepared for me. But yeah. Actually, I'm not going to MCM Comic Con. It's a lie. But I will be playing and watching some Star Trek with you here, guys, in seconds. So until next time, try not to throw too many nat ones. We want to be laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye.